Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless and it is love based, and also it is 18 plus. I know you guys get really excited for those. I've noticed that a lot of you have been really watching the most recent version of this, which is like Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to use this thumbnail that I have to use while it's still technically summer, because we're going to switch the theme since it's popsicles, and then we'll get you guys a updated version of this 18 plus reading. I'll give you this treat because I'm probably not going to upload. I'm probably not going to have any updates, any uploads for the next couple of days, maybe even a week or so. I do have some personal readings that I have to get out. Those obviously are the priority, but I will be trying to get y'all some more content and such. So I'm going to not delay this any further. You've already seen the thumbnail. You already know what's going on. But for those of you that may be visually impaired, or if you just like to hear me verbally describe the piles, this is the point when you make your selection. So to see your next sexual encounter, we have pile 1, which is the red orange popsicle. You have pile 2, which is the yellow popsicle. You have pile 3, which is the purple popsicle. Pile 4, which is like pink, could be fuchsia colored popsicle, and then pile 5 is the green popsicle. I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1. So let's see your next sensual encounter. I'm gonna hop right into this tarot. You have a variety of decks, as well as that sex answers, erotic sex oracle that we'll pull a few from at the end to get some more specifics. So tell me what we need to know about my red orange popsicle's next sexual sensual encounter. Okay, so this is going to be someone that is very active in terms of communicating what it is they want. Whether we're talking about during the situation, I'm censoring myself for YouTube. For those of you that may be new, I did forget to say the disclaimer. I hop right into your reading, so maybe that's going to be how it happens. But let me just spin it back really quick. This is for educational, informational purposes only. It's not for any other reason, per YouTube guidelines. But this is going to be someone that kind of comes in very quickly, very clear in communicating what it is they want, how do you want to go about it. Very energetic, okay? I will say this is going to be a very energetic individual. Let me get more information. I do see conversations, lots of talking. It could just be part of the interaction, but just something about lots of talking leading up to, possibly during as well. So let me see for my pile 1. Tell me more about pile 1's next sexual encounter. It's loud, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very loud pile, and I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out why it's so loud. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles. So I'm not gonna lie. So the 10 of Pentacles is like community-based energy. Like, okay, it talks about a family, it talks about a home, but like it feels like community-based energy. So I don't know if it's like a quickie at some type of gathering or like event, but 10 of Pentacles immediately screamed community, right? It could be on the way to somewhere, on the way home. Like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this pile. Very quick moving energy. It really could be just in transition. That might be why it's so loud and shifting. Like it may be in transition, okay? Interesting. Like on the way home, on the way somewhere. Could be, okay? Interesting. Very interesting pile. I mean, this is the red-orange pile, so it could be a bit spicy. Let's see. And red may be a relevant color because there's a lot of colors in this deck. But if you see this couple, they actually are in red-orange. So maybe that's why you picked that color. Maybe that's like an outfit you have planned for something somewhere. Don't ruin your clothes. I'm just saying. Let me see. Tell me more. Tell me more for my pile 1s. Their next sensual encounter. Judgment. Again, in transition, right? Along a road. Like it could be on the side of a road, along like driving, it could be while riding, you know, could be an innuendo as well, but just something could be like a booty call. I'm not even gonna lie, because like a call to action of some sort I'm hearing, but it's just really, really loud, and like it's like an alarm. That's what the energy is I'm trying to clarify. It's like an alarm. It's like, okay, go. Like running away, just on a whim, or like being interrupted by a call, getting caught. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of energy here. A lot of energy here. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, and then that Son of Wands. Yeah, that's the Knight of Wands. That's very, very quick, active energy. It's actually faster than that Swords energy I was picking up on. This is the fastest moving Knight, and Knights are fiery by nature anyway. They're very active, so go, 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 go. Like, that's the energy. And like, I don't mean to, I don't know that I've gotten this energy before. It's very fast, okay? Now, there is some stability here with that Ten of Pentacles, but that feels more like a destination, like where you're headed. Like, I mean, there is a finishing energy, but it just feels like that's the destination, like in transition, headed somewhere, called to come over, called to go. Kind of a vibe for these individuals picking this pile. Let me pull. I have other decks, so let's get more, but I feel like I'm powering through this pile in a way that's unnatural, especially for like my first pile. That's just how the energy is. So let me know what this energy is, like once it happens, or if you already have an idea of like plans you have and how this may come about, because it's just a transitioning energy, or let me hurry up before we have to go to X, or on our way back from Y, kind of an energy. You do have a maturing energy here of water. Could be traveling across water, over water of some form. Could be dealing with water. That could also be a moist environment we're talking about, but the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So it talks about spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. And here, intuition kind of feels like just knowing what's down. Some of you, this may be casual, like really casual, and just kind of knowing, and it being and kind of reading each other, and then boom. Others of you, this could very well be like your spouse, right? You've got the Ten of Pentacles, or someone you're deeply committed to, but it's still like this excitement of on a whim and it being unexpected with the Judgment energy. An illusion-based fantasy energy, right? So it could be like a little bit of a role play, kind of a could be like on it during a date, and then doing something spontaneous or different, like dressing up different, those types of things. I do get that vibe. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see what's at the bottom. House 2. Yeah, exactly. It says physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So this feels like some of you, I mentioned it being possibly like casual, right? And that is it. A lot of you here, this could be someone that you're doing something spontaneous with your actual partner, right? House 2, home, but something related to the home. So someone, it could be at home, in transition home, showing up to your house, showing up to their house, but there is a theme of a house, right? Even with this community-based energy, it's still something with a house. Or maybe the scandalous thing about you two is that it's not your house. Because I see that. Okay, I definitely see that in some instances for those of you selecting this pile where you're not at your place that you own. You're somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, something about security and just being grounded. Interesting. Let me see what's going on with the melanin pop here. Let me see what I can get. I may pull a couple from this one just because this one will give me more descriptors. It's so fast that I'm almost having trouble catching it. Like, it's like, okay, scene. Like, it's very, very fast. Like, honestly, some of you, it may not even be like the best experience. It may just be something exciting and the thrill of it all, if that makes sense. This one wants to come out. You do have Virgin here, which is purity, innocence, angelic, bright, abstinence, and celibacy. So some of you, it could be like after quite some time, or just breaking like celibacy. But I'm also getting, because this is, it feels like indoor home energy, right? What is that talking about? Some of you, it may be with someone that's not very experienced. And maybe that's all of the chaos. Like it could be like at your house, their house, but it's a bit sporadic. I got a little bit just because of this energy. I don't know what's happening with you, Pile One. You're a very interesting Pile. I'll say that. Let me see. Let me get more. This one wants to be read. Would you accept? This was actually at the bottom of your reset. So you have apology, romantic gestures, offers, higher commitment. It's at the bottom. I kind of wanted 3, but since that slipped out, I'll take this as the bottom. You got parrot, bright, vivacious, happy, loud, colorful. I mentioned that this was a very loud pile. I definitely did, but it's so loud that I have trouble hearing, and maybe that's what it is as well. You know what? This is some hidden, like it could very well be that like it's so loud, like you may have other people around, but they don't notice what's actually happening. Like the smoke and mirrors thing. Some of y'all live low scandalous lives. You see busy, absent, taken, and hard to reach, unavailable. Some of you, if this, especially if this is your partner, like you may not, like it may have been a while with your partner, like maybe you're busy, maybe there's a traveling energy here, and because of this, that's where the whole finally I'm home energy, like chaos, right? As soon as you hit the door, as soon as they hit the door, because of all of the distance. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not getting a lot of romance. I do have a Virgin, would you accept, right? Some of you, depending, like this is a very specific message, and some of you, like this is literally someone that will want you to break their dry spell or they break your dry spell. But I'm getting like, because Virgin is on the table, maybe you maybe, or maybe this person maybe, like let's get it over with, right? That's completely random message. This is a chaotic pile. I wasn't expecting this pile. Let's see what else we've got. Like counting down the days though. This may be someone that there's an anticipation with, and that's why it's so quick, right? Because I get a vibe that if it is in transition to home, like to a house of some form, it's like, okay, this is like round 1, let's go, because it's been like the anticipation, the build up, and obviously once you reach the destination, especially if it is the home, then you have the judgment, which is like, okay, good, let's go, and like multiple rounds possibly. That's what I'm getting. Sorry, that's my washer. Let's see. Okay, let me pull from some of these love-based decks and get more energy. I mean, it is the red pile. It's like quick. It's not like, I'm not gonna lie, there is passion, but not like in a traditional sense. It's more like quick speed, like let's do this, let's get it over with. I don't know why it's like that. In a shadow sense, be mindful. Some of you, this may be someone that is actually emotionally detached from you. Okay? So just be cognizant of that. Like, because like Virgin and Unavailable is kind of like an individualized energy. Like maybe someone that could be out for themselves. Which is fine if you're out for yourself as well. But if this isn't a committed thing, some of you, this could be someone you have children with, like an ex. It's kind of like for old time's sake. Do you, Pawan? And then I also see, yeah, because it's kind of like honestly, some of you, this is someone that may like hit you up on a whim. Like, hey, let me just see if pile 1 is down, right? Like, let me see if pile 1 is available. Interesting. Okay, and then I get some of you, it could be following like a breakup with you or with this person, because the horn following, like it's kind of like a judgment, the ending of something, and very quickly. So like some of you, that may be what it is. It may be an ex like hitting you up, or finding out like you broke up with somebody and then hitting you up. Like it could be that. And that's for those of you obviously not in the committed connections. Others of you, this will be something possibly spontaneous after a breakup, right? I could see that as well. Or like a date or something like that. Let's pull and get more. Tell me more about my pile. Oh, that was good. I mentioned that. See, past life. It says there may be a past life connection or unfinished business with this person. Some of you could be because you do have apology, romantic gestures, offers, higher commitment. So those of you where that resonated, here is your confirmation. Others of you, this past life energy could be for those of you in committed connections, like especially long term with the 10 of Pentacles, because that's like a long term connection that's been built over time, like years, decades in some instances, like a whole family and assets combined with the house 2 energy here. It's like, let's do like we did when we were young. Like, let's go to that spot we used to go to and like we'll do something chaotic. You know what? I'm kind of getting like the Beyonce Partition vibes from this pile, from my experience connections. I get that. Like that's kind of what it feels like for this. Okay, especially since this I'm not familiar with the movie, but I always remember that the creator of this deck mentions that this is a throwback scene from that movie when they were younger. So this could be like for old time's sake, like back when we were younger. And others of you, obviously, if I'm mentioning like your ex, your baby father, mother, whoever, right? You know, like that could be where this is kind of going. And then others of you where this is new, right? Something about the past, like it could be someone connected to your family, right? Or connected to your community, or someone that you know through a friend, or like, you know what I mean? Because this, I did get community vibes. So like someone connected to your past in some way. Doesn't have to be directly, but just could be that way. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more and I'll take the bottom from this one. I do know, bear with me. I am going to pull from that deck specifically so we can get more intimate details. But I mean, so far, this is just my kinky fast. It happened probably in a place setting it wasn't supposed to. High risk of getting caught, possibly getting caught. Or someone popping up that shouldn't pop up, right? But you do have warm embrace. Let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you. This is really passionate and kinky. I'm not gonna lie, only because this is a love romance deck. So kind of like just the flame of the igniting of the touch. Like this is someone that you get really hot for. I'm not gonna lie. So whoever, like if it's someone new, like you may this may be, especially those of you where we're talking about brand new, and we're talking about like on a whim, or someone that you're getting to know. You may have not done that before. Like you with the virgin energy doesn't mean like literal. It could be, oh, I've never like, you know, gotten intimate with someone that quickly before, or just on a whim knowing that I'm not going to be available to them after. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting that for some of you here. And but this, something about this new person or something just really got you going and you went for it, or they went for it and you were open and receptive in a situation you normally wouldn't. Because I'm now this makes sense, right? The virgin unavailable, would you accept? Some of you are gonna get caught in a situation you normally wouldn't. Okay, but it's not negative. I don't see anything bad. I just see you kind of, you know, with the parrot energy, the vivacious is just kind of being open. So but I mean warm embrace, okay? And then some of you, again, that past energy lingering in of someone, you know, from your past that you may have, again, have a family with, or just someone you had a long-term connection with, or just past in general, kind of coming in and reigniting a flame that you once shared, right? And again, my experience, couples, just kind of finding that passion from your youth. I think that's really sweet. So let me see what's at the bottom. Building a future. This one is a keeper. Your love life is ascending to the next level. So I'm going to be honest with you. Those of you where we are talking about it being completely new, I do see it kind of catching you off guard. This level of passion, early stages. That's why I don't have all of this like love romance for the new people. It's early stages and it's pure passion and intention, right? But that's something that sparks to capture your attention, this person's attention. And I do see a potential for something long term for my new people. Okay. Like when you're experimenting, you're dating someone, like, cause you got the house too, which is stability, assets, and a home. You've got the 10 of Pentacles at the center, which is an assets and a home. You have building a future, which is, you know, a home and having a future with someone. Would you accept? And then past life is memories, like someone you have a potential to build memories in a past life connection. Okay. Now, those of you where you're already like, yep, this sure is my spouse, love that for you. I see a spark, like something, some sort of something's coming up, whether you realize it or not, because obviously you're in a connection, right? So the next time you have an intimate moment with your partner and it means something, it could be after some type of a conversation, it could be after some type of an argument or debate, but it's not just a basic debate, right? A basic conversation. It's a life-changing one because we're talking about assets. We're talking about building for a future. We're possibly starting a family and having children, right? We're talking about even those of you where it's not like decades of marriage, like if you're dating, maybe it's the first time you're intimate with one another, right? You talk about that next stage of intimacy, trying to feel each other out. But again, it's just, it feels like possibly moving in together. That could be the conversation. I do feel that some of you, it will be like a next stage of a connection, whether it is marriage or moving in together or starting a family or buying a new home or, you know what I mean, merging assets and finances in some way. Okay. And maybe someone saying, no, I'm not doing that with unavailable, because Virgin is solo energy. Like, no, I'm not ready to commit like that, right? It depends on your stage of connection, right? If you're dating, that example applies. If you're like married, it could be, I'm not ready for kids. I don't know if we're ready for this big of a home. I don't know if we're ready for this type of a move. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm getting, this type of investment. Just after some type of disagreement, this doesn't have to be an argument, but a conversation where maybe you two weren't speaking for a little bit, or you took space and then you're excited to see each other. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the chaos of an actual argument, but just some type of conversation. Some of you, the next monumental thing will be kind of possibly like an engagement or something like that, because you have higher commitment. So some level of a higher commitment will be the situation that initiates whatever date, trip, stuff happens here. Okay. So let me pull from this other deck. I don't need these cards. It's funny though. Those of you that only watch like my love readings specific, because a lot of you only watch the 18 plus ones, which do you. But if you're not as familiar with me because you only watch those, like I don't need these cards. But yeah, finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I don't know why I heard the most chaotic scenario. Some of you are literally going to be with someone, whether it is dating or like having a one night stand, whatever it is, after breaking up with someone because of money. Whether it's issues with money, whether it's home, whether it is the commitment, like not wanting to commit, you know, and merge finances, like something like it'll be after like some type of, I do see like here an ending of something. And it doesn't have to be an ending of an actual connection so much as an end of an era, if that makes sense. So it could be an end of this stage of the connection and you're still with your partner, right? So like I said, these are general messages. So take it where it resonates for you and where you're headed, right? Your trajectory. Because this is most potential outcomes, right? Most possible, whatever I just said. But finances and career is a huge deal. So building a future, home of assets, right? The 10 of Pentacles, something to do with money is going to be a big deal. I want one more now. Because that, like, what happened? What is that? Tell me. I'm not taking all of those. But there is one that flipped out that I will take. This one. Because it landed on finances and career. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Oh, so some of you are feeling like a lack of stability and a connection at that point. Like you're not necessarily feeling the love. That's why I don't see any here. Some of you, it's not there. It just is what it is. Because because you have unavailable in Virgin, someone that's like by themselves. I do see apologies here, but with unavailable here, I don't know if it y'all will bring y'all mess. I don't know if it'll be like genuine, but finances and career, making the effort feels like a effort based thing. So if we're talking about a past connection, honestly, it makes sense for you committed couples, because if it's like a married thing, it's kind of things getting stale because people are working and you're doing all of your responsibilities, because Virgin is kind of like Virgo energy. So that's day-to-day tedious tasks. Like you get so wrapped up into your routine and your calendar that's like things are stale. So I get it in that sense, like, oh, having to make sure you're giving attention to your partner and your partner having to do the same. So don't worry about it, committed connections, unless you know things have been rocky, because this, I can see some divorce energy. Some of you are like playing games as married couples and you're like separating, but you're not leaving this person. Stop that. And for better, right? Like you have something good. You're just like kind of quickly making decisions, like overreacting with one another. I can see that in some instances for my committed connections, like, you know, my married people. Like, must be the truth. Just calm down. But the thing about it is, in overreacting in the worst sense, you'll overreact in the best sense when you two get back together. So I love that for you. But some of you, this is an ex, truly an ex, that didn't make any effort, possibly was stingy, was very unavailable, like was definitely stingy with their time, but possibly resources as well, that will come in and make more effort, and see if you will accept that. But I mean, full disclosure, I can kind of see loud as day. I don't know that this person, that's why I'm getting whim, spontaneous fun. I don't know how serious it is at that point. Okay. Not saying down the line, like maybe down the line, maybe a few months after when this occurs, but it's not. And when this energy comes in, it's hot, passionate, quick, no like real deep emotion. Like it's not whatever it is. So just making sure you know that. But what else? Someone may get like a promotion or like an increase of finances, or they may buy a new home, and that'll be kind of what happens in a more positive sense. Whether it's you or the person that moves, because someone may actually move near you. You have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. It feels like a free spirit. Some of you, this is an act of you freeing yourself. Like some of you are going to go out with somebody new. You're going to do something, you know, passionate. I'm not gonna lie, I see some of you that are like, especially if you've ended something that has been like decades, like years long, I see you kind of getting your groove back and doing the thing with the free yourself. If it truly was an ending, or even if it's a break, I'm gonna mind my business. Like if you're not at home, like you've left the home, the family home, and you're doing your thing, that's not my business, because it may not be your partner. Especially if it's an old fling. And then I have, y'all bring me so much stuff. What else do I have? Some of you, it is like a for old time's sake, whether single, whatever, like with someone from your past, like free yourself. Some of you, this may be like the last time you ever see this person, or yeah, I'm getting it. I'm not gonna lie, that came through loudly. Like some of you, this may be a for old time's sake, last time you see somebody, like with unavailable, like it's over. And that's why it's so quick. That may be so quick. It may not be the actual sexual encounter that is quick, even though it is for a lot of you. It could just be that it's one here, 1 minute, gone the next, because it's not like it's more of a closure based thing, I feel. There's so many different energies. I'm sorry if you have trouble finding yourself, but it will resonate when it happens. Just come back and let us know, because it's so many. Like I don't know, red, orange must be a popular color. So let me close this out. I have this deck, sex answers, and then you have erotic stories at the bottom. So it will be a memory, right? It will be something to reflect on. I'll give you that much. So tell me about my Power One's next sexual encounter, please. Loving touch. Warm embrace, loving touch. It'll feel loving in the moment, at least. Again, some of you, the reason why this frivolous, lightweight energy is coming through is because, again, you're either an experienced connection that is like trying to find your groove back with one another, like ignite the passion. Others of you, this is like where it will end up being someone you potentially even marry. it's so early, right? So early, like possibly first date, like, or one night stand, like fling, um, that it's not picking, this isn't the reading, right? Like I'm not looking to see who you're gonna marry, even though some of you might. I'm looking to see your next sensual encounter. So that's why it's not coming through, because I do see a potential for some of you, but a lot of you, this is just the past inner influences, right? Someone you have children with, someone you were married to, someone you are married to, right? But loving touch. So a little forehead kiss. Honestly, this actually like feels like a last goodbye. Honestly, in some instances, like peace. Okay. I don't know why I placed that there. Oh no, why did I place that there? Because I plan on pulling like 6 of these cards. I'm not gonna move it. I'm gonna leave it, because why did I place that there? Because you have make the effort, loving touch, and then unavailable. Like some of you, this may be literally, so just be cognizant of your energy and like who you're engaging. Some of you, this is someone that may like literally ghost you. Why did I? Because like, right? Can you? Yeah, you can see. So make the effort, loving touch, someone that kind of gives you like that warm embrace, and then becomes unavailable, which is fine if that's what you were looking for too, or someone that you will want to do that with. Like you'll be like, no, it just was what it was. Especially those of you that may be like truly like going back to previous partners. Like you were like, oh no, I just wanted to I'm back with my ex. So you know what I mean? Like so it could be that. But yeah, like make the effort, loving touch, and then unavailable. And then you got warm embrace and free yourself. Parrot feels like a repeated cycle, so be mindful of that. It also feels like telling someone what they want to hear, so don't do that if that's you, but just be cognizant of someone, right, doing that to you in the shadow sense. I read the good, the bad, the ugly. I read all of the stuff that I see, but like someone that's kind of making these offers, and then that's why it's so fast. Like it was it was so quick, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. So just be mindful of your energy and who you're engaging. All right, pile one. Okay, I'll take those two. Temptress and open the relationship. So I'm not gonna lie, like some of you, multiple people in some instances, just depending on what you're into, because I did get those vibes. But temptress. So this person will be very, very tempting. You have opened the relationship, which is why I made that note. Open a relationship feels like free energy, right? It feels like free. Like I do me, you do you, we do ourselves, right? That's the energy I'm getting. But those of you that are in committed connections, don't like panic. That's not what that is. That's that spontaneous energy of like probably doing it in the car on the way somewhere, and all of that's that Beyonce partition vibes for those of you that are committed, especially my more mature piles. What's this? No strings attached, but again, that energy is here for a lot of you. So again, it could be like with that ex one last time. It could be like I said, someone new just in passing. Like I said, I get those vibes though. Whether you intend to leave with that energy, or if this person is, you know, slightly manipulative. I could see that in some instances. Okay, and then we've got, I'll pull the last two. Yeah, look at your red, your color red. You're in the right place. So red, like it could be red clothes, red blankets. Something red is very, very relevant here, but not open right now. Is here. So like I don't know if it's just you that's emotionally unavailable, or if this person's emotionally unavailable, but there's a very unavailable energy. Some of you, your next sensual encounter will come after some sort of a delay, right? With this specific person. Like it will be like it didn't, like you couldn't connect when you wanted to, but then like eventually it happens, like I don't know, like a week later. I don't know the exact situation or scenario, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, let me see. This one's, and I'll take all of that. Why not? And we'll see what the bottom is in a second. Stolen kisses. It's a little bit of a sneaky link of vibes in some instances. Some of you are doing things you're not supposed to be doing, but we don't judge here. But see, it's even here, stolen kisses, like in the shadow. Okay, So some of you are doing things you're not supposed to be doing, or hooking up with people you're not supposed to be hooking up with, or let's see. Just be careful though, because like I said, if this is not your vibe, you're like, I don't do the because I did mention earlier, some of you are gonna do the real casual thing. Like I mentioned some of you opening up to doing things that you wouldn't necessarily normally do, which is fine. But if you do it for yourself, and I say that because now that energy is there, and this energy is coming through, like it's fine. Those of you that are experienced and married and you're like testing and experimenting, I love that for you. Those of you that are experimenting with an ex, if it's is what it is, that's fine. Or even if it's like casual, just make sure you're doing it for yourself. But free yourself, like make sure it's you wanting to do whatever you're doing and how you're doing it. Okay? Because if you're doing it for the person, like I can see some of you slipping in here with whatever baggage, then that's not going to end well for you, like emotionally, because like this is not someone, because stolen kiss feels like feeling like you've been gotten over on. So don't like I said, do whatever you want, live your life, have fun, but have fun. Like don't do things for other people, right? Like don't try to please this person, especially sexually. I mean, have fun, but don't do things that they want you to do, especially if you're not committed, because I just don't want you to have any regrets. I see some regrets in this pile for a handful of you. Everybody else, live your life, have fun, brag about it to your friends, like after, do whatever you need to do, especially if it's a stranger. I just see that for you, but you do have desire. Like I said, very, very passionate energy. And then let me take you here. Okay. So yeah, very passionate, lots of desire, all of the things. I don't have specifics on the kinks, but I can only imagine the kinks, just because that message of me making sure that you are cognizant that you do what you want to do the way you want to do it for you, because I could see some instances where like I could, again, handful of you, just a handful, feeling a bit used, okay? Dirty talk. So very loud, the red lipstick, and all of the things, okay? All right. So that was a very, very interesting pile. So I'm going to close it out now, and hopefully it resonated for you. And if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 2. So let's see your next sensual encounter. This is my yellow popsicle, so let's check it out. I don't want to forget the disclaimer because I had to stop pile 1's reading and just say it just per YouTube guidelines. This is for educational, informational purposes only. So I will be mindful of my language as well as my description. But we're gonna get the tea. We're gonna see whatever we need to know regarding your next sensual, sexual encounter. Okay. I'm just now realizing that while you selected that yellow popsicle, I do have a Bumblebee Jasper here, so maybe that's something you would want, or my eye was called to it. It was like right here, and I'm like, oh look, there is a yellow gemstone on the table. So you may want one of those. I don't know what flavor that is, but I'm already tasting like lemon in my mouth, like for no reason. So maybe you like lemon, maybe lemon is a thing. Very clean, citrusy vibe. I don't know what that means. Maybe you play with that in the bedroom, but we'll see what's going on. Strength. Okay, so we've got strong, patient energy here, right? This is feeling like stamina as well, right? That is the sign of Leo. So it could be someone with Leo placements. You may have Leo placements or both. But I will say, with this being a major arcana card, this experience will be something either associated with some type of shift or leading to a shift or following a shift in your life, because obviously major arcanas signify like spiritual aspects of our life, like things that are greater than just the day-to-day life. So whatever it is about this person or this experience, it'll be bigger than just the mundane day-to-day routine stuff. Also, this is the fifth house of joy and pleasure and entertainment and all the things that you like dating, romance, all of the stuff. So could be any of those themes, like could be anything fifth house related. Like I said, like all of the entertainment things, all of the pleasurous things, all of the fun. Could be one of your friends, could be someone that knows your friends after hanging out with friends, all of those types of things. Okay, so let me see right here. Let me get more. Tell me more about my pile two's next sexual encounter. What do we need to know about pile two's next sexual encounter? Oh my gosh, exactly. I mentioned the monumental shift, but you got another major arcana, okay? Major arcana, okay? You've got the death card. So the deep transformation. So this could be transformative energy. Again, incoming, like a transformation you're making that will take you to this energy, or it'll be following some sort of a transition. But the death card actually rules sex. Okay, it rules transformation. Sorry, my phone is ringing and I'm like ignoring it because I'm filming a video. Could be a call, could be some type of information, like it could be a higher call, spiritual call, something like that. But this is Scorpio energy, the eighth house of death, rebirth, sex, intimacy. It talks about debts and inheritances, so all of those types of things. So now we have Leo, Scorpio, very fixed energy, right? Could be a karmic bond of some form, like not to scare you, because I know that word scares people, but could just be fated, right? Fated because fixed energy is kind of destined to be energy, right? Could be someone that you're stuck on or that's stuck on you, or both. But it just feels like an energy, like a heavy energy of cling. Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to see what else. Could be during one of the fixed seasons. Okay. So if you're watching this real time, Leo season has occurred already. Maybe Scorpio. But it could be either of those because these are timeless. So whenever you find it, these messages may resonate for you. So let me see. Okay, Five of Wands. What are you going through? What happened? Okay, lots of passion. I'll give you that. Lots and lots and lots of passion. Okay, lots of passion. Fun, sex, passion, but also chaos. And I'm trying to see what that has to do with your next sexual encounter. Could be following some sort of a chaos, right? It could be with this person or just any type of situation. But let me see this at the bottom. And I do have a bunch more decks, including one that will give me the sensual energy specifically. That'll give us the tea. So you've got the Sun of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a grounding energy. What's that? Okay, Son of Swords. I'm trying to peek out. So this is a night energy. So someone coming in or you moving towards someone. The Son of Pentacles is very grounded, very stable. Okay, so I do like to see this on the table with this energy. It is an energy of someone that is very calculated, very slow moving, that knows the destination that they're going to and takes their time. Okay, they take their time. They're not rushing because they know they're going to get where it is that they're seeking to be, right? The destination is in sight. It may not be near, but they know they will reach it as long as they follow the calculated steps, the necessary steps, and they don't try to cut corners. So that's kind of an energy coming through. Some of you, this may be someone that is playing a long game with you or someone that you're playing a long game with, okay? Let me see. This may be someone that has had a crush on you for quite some time. And I'm seeing this person kind of feeling very strong and empowered after some type of transition. So it could be an ending because this Five of Wands, it is chaos, but it is pure raw energy, like without a foundation, right? It doesn't have a structure yet. It's nothing created. It's just pure atoms, just shifting, moving, haven't found a foundation yet, haven't grounded. And it's kind of like a bit of a manifestation energy. So this is someone whose energy has not grounded at the point of you getting this reading. Okay? And it makes sense. It may be a very specific person, very specific connection, but their energy hasn't grounded because like you have the Son of Pentacles, the slow moving, dragging energy. But again, very practical, very stable, knows where they're headed. So what does this have to do with your next sensual encounter? Something is going to shift, right? This shift, this stuck energy that shifts into pure energy. And I don't know if that's grounding into that night energy or if it's moving it. Let's pull from Melanin Pop. I'm going to get a couple from Melanin Pop just because I want to see what this is and why it's showing up in your next sexual encounter reading. Tell me more. You got the 2 cards that rule sex though. So, but it's bigger than that. It's more than that. I think I mentioned that at the beginning. Tell me more about this energy. What does this have to do with my Pile 2's next sexual encounter? Am I holding this right? I am. Okay, so well, you were meant to see energy vampire, draining, lust, darkness, low vibration. So this person could be low vibrational. This could be someone, because it feels like someone you know already at this point of you getting the reading. That's why I'm mentioning that. And if you don't, be on the lookout, because this may be someone that could potentially be a little low vibrational, could be draining. This does rule lust as well, but it just talks about that. But you do have I choose them in reverse, so it does talk about priorities, rocky, and reluctant. So I'm going to read it based on the card, and then I'm going to tell you what I've intuitively gotten from this. This is 100% Son of Pentacles energy in the reverse based on the descriptors, right? It talks about priorities, things being rocky, a person that's reluctant. If I'm describing someone you know, that makes sense for you. But I'm also getting a vibe of just chaos and stuck energy. I don't know why that's important for this reading. But I choose them in reverse. Talks about not making a decision, or either not making a decision, not making a choice, or because this is a third party card, it talks about the release of a third party, because you do have the death, right? So strong, death, and then chaos. I don't know why that's the order and why it's like that, but it seems to be relevant to your next sensual encounter in some way. And I put this all the way over here intentionally because now we need to just keep pulling cards to see. And I do have 2 love-based decks as well as that sensual deck, but something about this Son of Pentacles specifically, we have pregnancy, new projects, children, and new love, which is birth. Okay, okay. Oh, some of you, it could be after, okay, like if you're expecting, some of you, it's literally going to be, like if you've recently given birth, or if you're about to, it's obviously there is a waiting period. That's why you have all of this is bigger than you energy. Like it's literally a life in the world. Congratulations if that's your line, your energy. All of you, it's not, obviously that's a very specific message, but priorities, right? And healing and whatever. Some of you, it could be health related just in general because right, like it could be health related in general because of like any medical things, like any healing required. Some of you, it could be after grieving some sort of a loss, right? Some of you, this Son of Pentacles is grieving some sort of a loss, okay? If you're asking about a specific person, because somebody specific showed up here, okay? If you're not, it may not be your pile, or just sit tight because this is we've got this higher power, greater than you energy. Like you may not be catching it because we're focused on what's the next sexual encounter, right? We're focused on the details, the day-to-day basis of it. But here, there's something bigger in the fates, if that makes sense, regarding this encounter. So I don't know what that's all about, but we're going to pull more cards. So, and then hopefully once I get my last two in the bottom of this one, I'll be able to clear this up. I actually, did I even use this deck? I did in the first pile, but I skipped over it, but we'll get to it in a second. We have Oshun. There it is. Sensuality, self-love, beauty, water, and fertility. Interesting, because I did mention that Bumblebee Jasper, right? And she rules honey and such. So sweetness, fertility. Some of you, it could be something related to fertility. Maybe that's the greater thing. Some of you may be trying to conceive or would like to conceive. Okay, red flags, caution, beware, toxic, warnings, danger. Okay, all right. All right, so, wow. Some of you, what's happening here, I hate that so much because like it kind of sucks the fun out of the reading. But those of you where this doesn't apply, just let it ride. Okay, some of you, if you have come here with this energy of this specific energy, it's a specific attachment, like you're asking about it, but like just leave it alone. Okay, just leave it alone. And then I say that because you have the vampire, you've got the red flag, right? It's telling you like open up to something new. Okay, those of you with that specific attachment, okay, where that's where you came. Like if you came and you were open and you're like, oh yeah, let me see what's coming and living my best life, just disregard that beyond the point of you may be tested with a Son of Pentacles energy soon, and just be cognizant enough to acknowledge it, okay? And then you've got Twin Flame. Intensity, healing, contracts, mirroring. So I don't know if the cards are trying to call me a lie or what. I personally, as a person, as a reader, this energy feels like an energy you just want to be cognizant of with this specific person. It does feel like an attachment still. It still feels like a contract. Doesn't mean that this is your twin flame. Could be. I hate saying that because in a lot of instances, the reason why a lot of people, including myself, don't particularly favor the label, it allows people to kind of bind themselves to connections or cling to connections that are not the healthiest. And I would rather you not do that. Let me see. Healing. There is a healing element though. Some of you, in the lighter sense, on the lighter sense of the pile, this is your partner, right? And you're healing from some sort of loss. You know, it could, be family member, could be unfortunately a child, my condolences, or like a miscarriage, or like a health issue, like if there's an issue with the conception, like I mentioned. It just seems like there's a priority that you two are kind of working through, right? Or that this person specifically is healing. Maybe this person is taking too long to heal in your eyes, right? Like your partner may be grieving some sort of a loss, and that may be why the Son of Pentacles is very slow moving. This person's not being intimate with you quickly enough to you. But this person is going through it, okay? This person's going through it. So just let them heal, right? And focus on themselves, and just support them. Because that's what I'm getting for this pile. If you're asking about your partner, like your partner is disengaged because they're grieving some sort of a loss of some kind or something, right? They may be disengaged a little bit. Okay. Y'all bring me all kinds, like this is not what the reading was supposed to be. Let me pull incoming energy. What is this? Opposition, struggles. Okay, so if it's the first instance of me saying, hey, maybe leave it alone, and you don't, like you're going to see opposition, okay? Divine opposition, okay? Yeah, it says imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Like if this is what I said initially, like, hey, like there's some red flags, leave it alone, and you ignore them, you're going to have opposition. It's just not going to work out, okay? Now you have opposition in terms of that struggle, that energy that I was talking about, where it seems like you, them, both of you, especially if you're asking about someone specific, like your current partner, there's a struggle to be overcome. Okay. That's why that heavy energy of this is bigger than you just trying to get your rocks off. Okay, pal two, it really is. And ironically enough, you did choose the yellow Popcicle. You did, and you have Oshun. So it's like kind of sensuality, focusing on self-love and self-beauty and your fertility and watering your garden. Regardless of where you fall in the pile, that's kind of what your priority kind of needs to be, okay? Especially if you're experiencing oppositions in your life, okay? That's what I'm getting. Let me pull, I'll pull one more and I'll take the bottom. And then I'll start pulling from those love-based oracle decks. House 2, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So there's more self-love, self-worth, right? Energy. Again, some of you, this partner that you're asking about, right, is really having issues with their self-worth, right? That's that reluctance. Some of them are concerned from a sensual perspective, especially if this is new. They are concerned that they may not be able to please you. They are concerned about like whatever they have going on in their life. Like there's a lot of issues that they're working through as an individual, right? Even in their spirit, that's weighing heavily on their mind. And that's why you're not progressing at the level that you wish to see. Okay? At the bottom, you've got Pisces, intimacy, intuition, compassion. So I get that this person is attracted and this person is interested in intimacy, but there's a lot that you don't see that meets the eye. Pisces is 12th house energy. It's the thing, it's the hidden, the unknown, things that you don't see. There's a lot that you don't see at play as it relates to this connection and either your need to let it go or work through it at the pace that it is currently. It's meant to be slow if it's meant to be at all. Just so we're all on the same page here. This is supposed to be, like if this is a connection that's meant to be, it is meant to be slow. Knights are underdeveloped energy. And this Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving. It is not meant to be quick. That's probably why there's some chaos, maybe the rushing of the energy, especially if it feels like your life, their life has been thrown into chaos. It's a warning. It's a red flag. It's to catch your attention, okay? Especially issues with like a home. Because you have opposition in this house 2 energy, that's assets, could be money. You actually do have the Scorpio Taurus axis here, could be your placements theirs. But house 2, house 8, Taurus, Scorpio axis is my money versus other people's money, right? Because I'm speaking in from me, like you, right? Because you have this self energy, like a stability within yourself, right? Stability within this person. Like a grounding yourself so that you can merge with someone else, okay? That's what I'm getting. But definitely seeing oppositions with finances and possibly like a home, okay? There's a struggle here. If there's been a struggle here with like an opposition, either chaos, opposition, whether external or between the two of you regarding assets, money, or home, that in and of itself is a red flag, right? Regarding children, regarding commitment. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. Tell me. I want to ground this energy for really quickly so I can get you the reading that you came here for. Okay. Tell me about my pile 2, my yellow Popcicle. There's an income. I wanted to see what I see when you kind of let it do what it does. I want to see your next sexual encounter, regardless of this person, okay? Those of you, again, if you are a committed person, right? You're in a connection. It's a stable, healthy connection. Just life is happening. Because I get that for a lot of you, life is happening, right? Like you're stable. If you're here in a stable, committed connection. I'm using those words very specifically because I don't like to encourage people's delusions with the Pisces, right? Because we have priorities and reluctance. I'm not talking about those of you where there's a reluctant energy in terms of commitment. I'm talking about those of you where this is a stable commitment The twin flame coming out says your connection is solid. You'll be able to overcome whatever tragedies, hardships, struggles, especially we're talking about financial struggles and debts. You'll be fine. You just need to prioritize the healing and the right, making the things right with the connection, okay? But yeah, I said that because I think this might be a bit it. Stick around or fast forward to whatever next part. Don't fast forward. I feel like I immediately regretted telling you that because now I'm on the love deck. So anything that may be relevant to the committed connections sensually might be coming out. But I'm trying to channel this energy for those individuals that are attached in either unhealthy situations or are attached one-sided or are single but still attached to possibly a past energy. I want to see what's coming for those individuals. And it will be great because you have 22 minutes, 22 seconds into your pile, as I said that. But this incoming energy of annoyance. Ooh, okay. You or your partner may be annoyed right now. Give each other space to cool off to avoid more arguments. So again, I said I didn't want to run you off. If you stayed, good for you, because just take the space, right? You're worried about intimacy, but like don't push for that right now because there are other more pressing things in the connection. Those of you that are in fact in connections. Now, I must be meant to pull a lot from this deck. An incoming energy, those of you especially with attachments, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about because this person will begin to get on your nerves. Okay? Like the opposition will be there because this person will begin to get on your nerves. You have divine union. Congratulations. It's time to celebrate. Both you and your partner have healed and learned the important lessons to allow this union to manifest. I love this energy. You want to know why? Because we have twin flame divine union energy. And those of you that are in healthy connections, that are just working through, again, the things of life, this is temporary. Okay? What is happening. Don't worry about the intimacy. It's coming. I'll even pull cards specifically at the end, but this is temporary. Okay. That's it. Those of you where you're clinging to something that is already gone, right? Because I feel like now that strength into death with the 5 of Wands makes sense because there's a strong ending that's happened that's either delayed, like that you're delaying, or like it's happened, but like the confusion is that it's in limbo. Like either you're in limbo, this person's in limbo, or the connection is in limbo because it's technically already over, right? And then the chaos is that opposition is to release because you're pushing back, they're pushing back, you're clinging to each other. Okay. And that's that annoyance energy. Sorry, I want to be able to see all of the cards. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm not going to lie. This is one thing about it. For this pile, Spirit is going to really organize you because I don't know that I've ever been this organized on the table, y'all. Like I've not been this organized on the table. So there's a very organized thing. The beauty in this is in releasing that either past energy or just moving beyond whatever, there's truly a divine union coming in. Okay? Like I see that very clearly on the table. Okay, I'll take the bottom and then I'll pull from that other deck. You have quality time. It says quality time means putting away the phone and clearing your brain of anything distracting so you can ensure your partner is your number one focus. So yeah, I mean, so now we can start talking about it. Okay, we'll talk about it. Your next sensual encounter, for those of you that are not in the clear connections I mentioned, right? You'll be frustrated possibly in seeking whatever that is or looking for something new. Your next energy will be a quality time energy. It will be an energy that prioritizes you, right? So in your next sensual connection, right? Sensual relations, whatever that person, whoever that is, will be someone that is really focused on you, whether we're talking about just in the moment sensually or just in general, because I feel this is a very distracted energy. that you came here attached to. Okay? Definitely is. So this energy of your next sensual experience will not be distracted. Okay? It will be very sure. Okay? Very grounded. If anything, it feels like currently you might be repelling this energy. And I'm saying that for all people on the pile. For example, in the committed connections, right? You and your partner are on shaky terms. It's a stable connection, but there's a disconnect. Life is happening. You're into it. Pushing towards this person is a repellent when they need space. Okay? Now, if this is something that's already old, and like just lingering chaos, then you're not only repelling that energy that you need to let go of anyway, you're repelling what's next for you, right? That's why you have that Five of Wands, that chaos, because it's in chaos. Like there's a new transitioning that is happening that you're not open to. So it's not like Spirit's not going to bring that to you when you're already in chaos. Like Spirit's not going to let you create like self-sabotage in that way. Okay? That's why you have this Oshun energy, that self-love of, you have new love, like opening up to new love and yourself and your self-worth and your grounding and your stability within yourself. Okay? So let me pull from this. I promise we will get to the good, because I feel myself peeling it away. It's just difficult when sometimes when you come with an attachment that's not realistic, because I read energies accurately. Like I don't just make up what is gonna happen, right? So if you come here with an attachment that shouldn't be, it throws off the question, because it's not like that question does not apply there, right? Let me see. What's your next sensual encounter? Because I do read past, present, and incoming energies. So the reason why, instead of just hopping into what's next, it's showing me what is in you currently, because it's letting you know, one, what it's following, and it's also letting you know what's stopping that from coming in. Let me see. Tell me the next sensual. Well, that's not fun. Sorry, I don't mean to shake the table. The card hit the deck, so now I have to grab it. And it is an incoming energy, by the way. And it is an incoming energy of deception. Sorry, let me fix it. I shook the table, and now we're a little bit crooked. There we are. But you have an incoming energy of deception. So it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So those of you where if it's confusing, that's clear. And I say that, and if it's confusing, it's intentionally confusing. Like it shouldn't be confusing. Okay? If it's confusing, that is the clarity, right? And that's the screaming of the table, right? Because technically speaking, if we look at these cards and we talk about Oshun coming in, even with this birthing energy, you have like the goddess of love screaming at a red flag on the table, right? So especially with this energy, this lack of a decision, okay? Because I used the word earlier, delusion. I'm not saying that, because there are instances where people fixate, right? And it's not reciprocated, but I don't necessarily get that from this pile. I get that there's a lack of clarity. Okay? So don't be deceived. Let me see. Tell me more. And it is an incoming energy. So again, some of you, you're getting like look at you coming to a real psychic on YouTube, and you're kind of getting the tea on someone. Like you may have met someone recently. Like if I'm describing that energy, then you already know to run. Because it could, become that. You have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Some of you, I'm not even gonna lie, some of you are asking about somebody that's living a double life, like they have a family. So just be mindful of that. If you have, this is for those of you with attachment. So deception, finances. Some of you, this person is lying about their job. They're lying about what they do, will be lying about their job and what they do. That'll be the red flag. At the bottom, you have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So, ooh, okay. Y'all have all kinds of problems that you should be focused on instead of intimacy right now. So those of you in connections, if you are having issues with your partner because they lied about money, their job, finances, you can work through that if you want to, but you can. It is a red flag, but you can work through it, okay? The problem is when you ask about your next sexual encounter, sex astrologically, right, which by extension with tarot is ruled by the 8th house. That's money and debts and inheritance. That's why you have this Taurus Scorpio axis of my money, their money, right? You may have issues with intimacy. They may have issues with intimacy, right? Not trusting each other about money and all the things. I'm getting all of that coming through here, okay? Someone definitely lied about money though, or is using someone for money, okay? All these attachments. I'm going to close it out with this. Some of you take space from this person and you'll immediately meet who you're meant to be with. I'm not talking about my healthy connections. I'm talking about like some of you will take space from this person and immediately meet who you're meant to be with. Interesting. Give me this next sensual encounter for my pile. Because I'm getting two things. Because I'm going to make it very clear. We are getting the answer to the question, but it's loaded, right? So some of you, your next intimate interaction will be with an individual like this. But there are a lot of red flags. Even in a lighter sense, they're a work in progress, right? You will have to help build and support them, possibly even financially. Very slow, long game. It could be worth it in the end, but very slow, long game. Okay? Work in progress. Others of you, and that's if you choose that path. So you'll be intimate with that person, right? But just know all of this. Others of you, you could, if you choose to go another path, right? You have something much greater available. Like I'm getting, you have a choice. You've not made a choice, but you have a choice to kind of move beyond this connection if it's not working for you. Like you have a potential to have a true divine union with a partner that is actually like everything that you would like to see this person be. That's what I'm getting. Okay? So let me get this intimate energy. So like this person or meeting like the true love of your life soon. So I told you it was chaotic, but like yeah. And again, my couples, you came into this pile because you're already with that person. Life is just happening, right? And things will be fine. So tell me about my pile two's next sensual encounter. Some of you, I'm telling you, y'all might go ahead and conceive. Especially if you've been talking about it already. There's a stolen kisses element, some sneaky energy. I did have that in that Pisces 12th house themes over there, that Neptune illusions, deception. Honestly, just watch it because especially if it's a sneaky thing, I could see someone that does not want to move on. Because I mentioned to you, right? This doesn't have to be you. I read. Some of you, this person won't want to let you go, okay? And if that's the case, right, they may try to attach themselves to you, right? We do have conception and fertility energy here, regardless of gender, okay? We have undress me slowly, again, in a long game. That's why you have all of this. Like, that's why you have the red flag. Some of you, this is actually what's happening because we have all of this power struggle dynamic and this debt and this money and this deception. And like I said, the axis of money and resources and assets. Some of you, this person needs you financially and they're clinging or will cling. okay? Just watch that. Again, not gender specific, because technically the Knight would be masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. Let me see. Undress me slowly. Waiting for you to come. I mean, there's a lot of waiting energy here with this. Slow moving energy. If you're the slow moving energy, because there's always a polarity if you know my readings. So I've read this dominantly from the perspective of you not letting go something that needs to be released so that you can be like the love of your life, potentially in some instances. But this could be like someone that is indecisive and dragging with you. If you've been indecisive and dragging, that is a warning internally, like your intuition is speaking to you with Pisces. If you've been dragging, it's because you feel something's off, right? You feel something's off, okay? So trust your intuition, because undress me slowly, waiting for you to come. It's like dragging your feet, especially if you've been feeling like, oh, I'm not really trying to be intimate with this person. Like you may be attracted to them, but for some reason you just can't. You're experiencing delays when you two try to have intimacy, or you're not, you know, really into it, even though originally you were. Like, just watch it, okay? Waiting for you to come. I promise I do see the actual next sensual encounter. This again, Spirit says this is bigger than you, me. This is more than just sex. This is your life and your security and your assets. You know what I mean? Like, could potentially be at risk here. Going deeper, I definitely know where we're headed now, in terms of sensual energy. So going deeper also talks about trusting your intuition and knowing what's going on and paying attention to red flags, okay? But your next sensual encounter, look at the bottom, you got to show your wild side, like head back, neck back. Like this next person, or this person, depending on where you fall, is gonna like really rock your world. Like, look at the relaxation on the face. It'll be slow, it'll be passionate. The person's gonna prioritize pleasing you. I mentioned that with that quality time. This will be someone that's clear, sure. You will feel clear and sure. Like, you won't be questioning or uncertain. Like, you'll know. But like slow, passionate, deeper, could be an innuendo depending on what's going on. Like, let me get I'm wanting to pull a total of 6, so I'll take other lovers. Could be a thing, but also that is a red flag, right? There is a red flag here. Other lovers, it feels like and then, you know, lack of a decision. So if that's you, this person, that's the red flag, okay? If you're for who you're asking for specifically, or if you've met, I'm getting that this shadow side is dominantly those of you that are asking about someone specifically, whether it's someone you've been dealing with or someone you recently met. I'm also seeing that some of you, this is potentially someone, like, you may be tested soon to see if you've grown, to see if you have boundaries, to see if you know, love yourself, are stable and confident in you yourself as an individual, to spot that, okay? To spot that energy before a divine union of some sort. Let me see, I'm gonna get my last two and I'll take the bottom. Romantic sex. Yeah, then your next one will be very romantic. Very romantic. Especially those of you that are couples just living life. It'll be kind of like a reward after making it past that opposition, that struggle, that hardship. So it'll be very sweet. Possibly a date. I mentioned when the first card came out, it was strength. It was Leo energy. Date. Possibly a really fancy, nice date. Whatever you two like and enjoy as a couple, it'll be that vibe. Very, very romantic, very fun, very passionate, deep, slow, all of the stuff, okay? I'll take this one. I'll take all of that. And then the bottom. So what is this? Dirty talk. Came out in the previous pile as well. So lots of dirty talk. You have making love. I mentioned that. I have desire. And then I have seduction. Again, beautiful energy. You know what I mean? It's very beautiful energy once we step out of the oppositions, whether it is external, testing a connection, or stepping out of this energy of this person that may not necessarily be what you should be prioritizing. Like I said, I've already given all of the stuff. I've given the stuff. You've got playing hard to get. So that could be a bit of a role playing in a positive sense, but that's also that confusing energy, okay? So like I said, it just depends on where you fall and what you're doing. But I'm going to close it out because this is actually longer than I wanted it to be because of the energy that came through. So hopefully it resonated for you, pal, too. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 3. So my purple popsicle, full disclosure, I have to say it so that YouTube does not ding us. This is for educational, informational purposes only. So it's not gonna be super kinky. I'm gonna mind my language and all of the things, and I don't know what happened just now, but we were straight and now we are not, and now we're good. Okay, so things may be some adjusting, maybe a variety of positions, may just be a fun time for you. But whatever it is, we're gonna see as much as we can, but keep it clean, right? So let me see my purple popsicle. I'm not gonna lie. I know I don't have any blues, but I already heard like blue balls. So I mean, this may be somebody that your next situation is somebody that's been anticipating it, that might have gotten left cold, or you might have left cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just, that's what I'm getting. So tell me about my pile 3's next sexual encounter, please. What can you tell me about my purple cupcake? Ooh, cupcake. Ooh. I have readings with cupcakes. So I have another one I'm going to do, but I have one that I did, and I know that there are purple cupcakes. Those may be your piles. I think it is what they tell their friends about you. So that's an interesting energy. So if you have attachments, I mean, I will look and see what we can see, but that reading may be the reading you're actually looking for. I do have an 18+ version of that one. But we'll see what we have here. So Son of Swords. So this is the Knight of Swords. Someone very active, lots of talking, lots of conversations, may very well be talking about you to their friends. I don't know if we're talking about in a sensual way or how, but there is a reading up with that topic. But this is someone that's talking a lot about you, straight up. Okay? At the point of you getting the reading, or near, if you're not, like, if your phone is dry, you're completely single, this will be someone that is already like talking about you a lot. Like maybe they're asking about you, or maybe they're just like talking about, like, admiring you, but like this is someone very loud. Okay, not saying the person's loud, because they could very well be discreet in the way that they're doing this, but this is just someone whose mouth is very much open about you. Okay, yeah, exactly. Daughter of Swords. Okay, because we have the Son of Swords and Daughter of Swords, and it's like counterpart energy. This person is telling people they can, especially if this is already your current partner, you know, they could see themselves kind of growing old with you, possibly. They feel like you two are a lot alike mentally. Okay, could be on the phone. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. We'll see. Tell me. Juggling, balancing, 10 of Wands. Okay, that was very, very chaotic. Okay, so yeah, juggling, finding time, finding space, finding opportunities. Someone that just can't quite get their hands on you, or feels like that, or felt like that at some point. Okay, but there's a lot of passion here, right? 3 of Wands, that's the long game. That's looking ahead. This is someone that when you have your next sexual experience with them, they will have anticipated it. They will have been waiting for it, okay? Like they will be very antsy, very anxious, very excited, okay, about it. All right, so let me pull from this Let me pull from this. It feels like day-to-day, regular, no major arcanas, just standard getting busy, okay? All right, we've got 3. I'll take the bottom. So we do have the sun energy, self-express, embody truth. So that is 5th house energy of joy and pleasure. Could be romantic, could be dates, all of the things. I do have fixed signs on the table. That is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Sorry, that pause was, I think my neighbor's like yelling at somebody. I don't know what's going on. But it says stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Someone who's set on making sure this happens and set on being intimate with you specifically. We do have square, which is a challenging situation, a mountain to climb. Something about getting you intimate is like hard. I don't know why, but that's the energy that's coming through for you, Pile 3. So it feels like just getting you alone and getting you intimate is hard. I don't know what the conflict or the chaos is, but it could very well be conflict or chaos, or it could just be a mismatching of schedules. It could just be, you know, the timing, right? You have Uranus radically change. This could be something regarding change, whether it's a change of perception, a change of location, because this could be a traveling energy, something shifting. But Uranus also is Aquarius energy, 11th house energy. So networking, right? Asking about you, asking your friends, friends of friends, people that know you, like maybe they can't find you, like, because the 3 of Wands feels like someone that's kind of like off somewhere, or could be them, right? But it also rules technology. So I mentioned kind of like social media, internet, phone based in some senses. That could be the leading up of a contact. But this person's talking a lot about you, or asking a lot about you, or looking you up a lot. Like this is someone that will be doing that at that point, or is currently doing that, depending on where you fall. Okay, so let me pull. Let me see what Melon Pop has to say. Tell me more about a Pile 3. It's their next sexual encounter. Definitely feels planned. I'm gonna say that. Like, it's definitely planned. You may be surprised to hear from this person, right? Or surprised that this person approaches you, right? Like you may be surprised to find out like this person like either has a crush on you or has been asking about you. Like if this is, especially if it's new, I'll take all of these. It's like 5, and then I'll take the bottom in a second. But it just feels like maybe you'll be surprised, especially those of you where it's like an old, like an ex, because it'll be like it'll have been after time. So like this may be like an ex of like 5 years ago. Like I forgot you existed. You know what I mean? Kind of a vibe, which is hilarious. That is gonna end up being your next sexual encounter, for at least for me, the reader. I think that's funny. But yeah, somebody probably is like, I've been stuck on you quite some time. My life wasn't the same after you. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's weird. But I'm also getting like the new people. This is someone that, I don't know, maybe after first couple of dates, it's just weird, awkward energy, like not knowing how to fill each other out. Obviously, you're getting to know each other, so that makes sense. But like, there's a mishap, there's a delay, there's a like a block. I don't know what that's all about. So let me. All of these are. How am I holding the deck? I'm holding the deck in reverse. Got it. Again, more blocks. So let's see what all of this is. So you've got ugly sweater, which is holiday themes. So this is the reverse. Corny, introverted, not a team player. I'm gonna take them how they came because, right? You've got trapped, freedom, escape, answers, and realizations. That is that Uranus energy. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Okay, you've got, would you accept, reverse, accepting bad behavior, toxicity, and insecurity. So that's also a kind of a, okay. Detox, caffeine, and routine, which is the T. Reverse. Yeah, this is someone that wants information on you or will be looking for information on you, but they won't be able to get it. You've got community in reverse. Toxicity within a group, secret family. All right. What's at the bottom? You do have voodoo in reverse, and it says curses, bad intentions, and hexes. I promise it's not as chaotic as it seems, but it's just funny. So maybe those go back to that reading, because it does say it is a what they tell their friends about you reading. I think that's the purple cupcake. Yeah, go to those. I don't remember what it's about, but I don't remember what came through, but I just know that that's the topic. So maybe that's your reading. But and the reason I say this, because I'm not gonna go through all of this I see, just because it's not even relevant. But we do have an introverted individual that may be a bit of a loner, right? That doesn't like to participate in things. I'm describing the person. I'm realizing. So like I'm describing the person, and then I'll see if I can see the energy. So this is someone that is corny, introverted, possibly not a team player, like won't participate in things like ugly sweater contests. They may think they're like above those types of things. You've got trapped, someone that, again, highly independent energy, doesn't want to feel trapped or tied down, because you do have, again, freedom, escape, answers, and sudden realizations. Also, with answers and sudden realizations, this is someone that maybe, again, like I said, Uranus energy, pop up out of the blue if there is a history, right? Or even if there's no history, it's like a random person that, yeah, you kind of know, especially through acquaintances. Like you've always known of this person, but why are they popping up? Like, why are they all of a sudden asking about you? Right? Kind of a vibe. Like, you like, because again, some of you don't know this person, but you know of them. And it's like, why is this person asking about me? Turns out they've always liked you. And then you have, would you accept in reverse, which means like they were nervous, worried that they would get rejected. Some of you have historically rejected this person, or just didn't express an interest, or maybe it could be vice versa, right? It could be that this person was that way towards you. Some of you, this person has a reputation with the accepting bad behavior. You do have toxicity twice. Some of you don't like this person's friends. I don't even know what's going on. Like this, because you have toxicity within a group. So this person could be associated with negative people or groups, or just you don't like their friends or people that they like vibe with. Like, so that's a thing. And then T in reverse is this person might be very secretive, but they're trying to get information on you and they can't. Either now or closer in a point in which they're trying to connect with you. Sudden realizations, this person, like in some instances, randomly realizing that they're interested in you, which is chaotic depending on the situation. So we've got yeah, I feel like whatever happened, if there's a history, you like went away. I don't know what happened, but you went away, Pal 3. And like that's a thing where this person's like, maybe there was some bad intentions, or there are bad intentions you need to watch out for, but it's just hidden energy, this quiet, went away energy. Okay, so let me pull from these love days. I have 2. And then we will close this out with the actual intimate energy, because I'm describing the person. Why is this? Okay, accepting bad behavior, toxicity, insecurity. A very insecure person. This person's very insecure regarding connecting with you intimately. So leading up to you being intimate with this person, right? In free will, this does not have to play out. This will be someone like that is very insecure, but there's a lot of energy here that talks about answers and realizations, and like you have, again, curses, hexes, bad intentions, right? You've got very energized energy with caffeine. Detox talks about space, right? So I don't know, but in terms of those of you where it's new, it is that weird energy of being shocked that someone's interested in you. Not that like anyone wouldn't be interested in you, but maybe it's just that specific type of person, because it could still be like a person that is different from your usual type, that's not necessarily your cup of tea. Because toxicity within a group doesn't mean that they're inherently toxic. It just may not be your kind of people, if that makes sense. Some of you, it is just a toxic group, toxic friend group, toxic people, toxic person. Live your life. But again, very different. for my brand new. It's just not what you expected at all. I'm just wondering why this is my overview. Watch it, because especially I don't, like I said, I don't remember the reading, but if this is I did say what they tell their friends about you. Some of you just do need to be cognizant, because this is someone that would want to like be intimate with you so that they could talk about it with their friends. Watch that. Okay, so let's see. Tell me more about my pile 3, their next sensual encounter. Ooh, law of attraction and attraction. Someone that is fixated on you. Like some of you, this person might actually be stalking you, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I could see that in some instances. There's a lot of reversals, like hidden energy, like you can't see them clearly. But law of attraction, this may be someone manifesting you. This, honestly, if you are into like woo-woo spirituality, excuse me, I had to like clear that just now, but this could very well be someone that actually tried to like curse you or hex you or put something on you with the law of attraction. That's like very clear. And like hide their hands. Okay? We attract what we are. Use the law of vibration of attraction to manifest the perfect match by being the perfect match to yourself first. Yes, some of you, this person's telling people that you're their perfect match, and like they're trying to like manifest you, like put something on you to bring you to them, especially if there's a history like of like low vibrational energy. That may be what they're doing. Listen, and some of you may be doing that because it's always a polarity. Like you may be like doing that. I tell y'all, don't do that. If you only watch these 18 plus readings, maybe you've missed it, but I tell y'all all the time, don't be doing that. Like it's really like it rarely ever works the way you want it to. So just leave that alone. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, law of attraction. So this could be someone that is actively manifesting you. Okay? Or that you have actively manifested. Because you have attraction twice. Your energy, your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. In a not shadow sense, this is someone that will be deeply, deeply, deeply attracted to you, right? 10 of Wands is overwhelming anxiety, anticipating the act. Like they've been anticipating, they've been waiting for this moment, okay? Literally waiting for this moment. What's at the bottom? We've got children. Children are a significant factor in your love life. This may signify the desire of them or someone's inner child needing attention. This may be someone from your childhood. Again, someone you know through your friends, through your childhood friends. Again, it's a past energy of maybe youthful, maybe could be like someone you have children with, especially if there's a history. Interesting. Let me get one more. But deeply, deeply attracted to you. Like this person wants you so bad. Okay, it's a maturing energy. So what's that? Spiritual awakening. Your partner is sensing that there is something profoundly important about this connection. So some of you, because it's here, 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 here. I was wondering why that was there. Sudden realizations. Uranus is a sudden realization. And then you have spiritual awakening. And this person kind of clicking, and it's like, boom. Oh my gosh, pile 3. Now. Watch that, because some of you, this person's been observing you, fixated, and all of the things, right? But I'm getting that witchy energy that comes through. If you've done something, let me mind my business. Just know it worked. But I don't know. With all of these reversals, it does not necessarily feel, like I said, like it's working the way you want it to. So you have accountability. Someone needs to take accountability for their actions. It may be you, your partner, or both of you. Acknowledging the effect of your behaviors allows you to move forward. Outside of that, that minor witchy energy that was coming through. I mean, it's not minor. It's very, very loud. Very, very loud. But beyond that energy, this feels like this is my dominantly a history pile. Because if it's not a history, I mentioned someone completely different that you would not expect, someone that you probably wouldn't even be interested in at first. It's just so different from you, so different, just just shocking. You would be surprised at yourself, okay? But that heavy energy of that history, it feels like a lot of that conversation that's happening, a lot of the conversations that are happening are regarding this person needing to come in and make something right, but not being comfortable or knowing not to do that. That's what I'm getting. I say knowing not to, but pile 3, I'm looking at you funny. I'm not looking at you funny. We don't judge here. We do not judge here. I'm joking. But it feels like someone, like, you know, coming back with their tail between their legs, or just trying to make things right. But I do have this awakening energy, okay, coming through of like let me go back or try to fix something, okay? Especially someone that, especially if it's the point of like someone you have a family with, or someone that is close with your family, or someone that is close with your friends, like you all share friends, like someone you were long enough with to be in a community with. I'm feeling like some of you, this person might actually, because you two are not together, especially those decades-long couples. Some of you, like, they lost friends or are losing friends or whatever happened. I don't know what happened between two of you, but like people aren't like interacting with them. Like people are like, it looks like people may be sending them negative energy, or just there's a strong word of toxic energy, whether that's them or people towards them or what. Okay, with that accountability energy. Could be conversations, I mentioned that reading with the friends. Could be what's happening is the friends are like, you crazy, right? I don't know what happened. I just get a strong regret on the pile. Okay. And I get that not just with the experience connections or like the exes. I get that with like some of the crushes. Like some of you, like like someone had a crush on you, and like they couldn't, like they like, I don't know, maybe you moved away or something, and then they just couldn't get a hold of you. And when they finally reconnect with you, like they find you on social, they get your number, they see you at a networking event, like they mutual friend connects you, they'll be so excited. I see in instances like that, I can see you on the phone a lot with one another, like connecting and getting to know each other, messaging each other, and then finally traveling to see one another, and then boom, all of the excitement, all of the passion, right? That's for my brand news. Others of you, if you are in a connection, like a healthy connection, this is my minor group because usually you guys come through heavy. Either your partner is like being sneaky because they think you're being sneaky, not necessarily in a negative sense, but like they're stalking you to see what's going on. They may think you're cheating or something. Like they're thinking the worst because you're like pulling your energy back, like, or you're working or whatever you're doing. But I do see in my experience connections that are healthy and no drama. I feel like this may be an energy. I feel in some sense a partner having to defend someone from family, from friends. So like your partner, like it may come after like your partner has to defend you from like their friends, their family, your family, where it's like listen, I do not play about pile 3. And that like turning you on, or even if it's vice versa, you doing that with them and that like turning them on, and like boom, go to work, get busy. Like that's what I'm getting. But something about the next sexual encounter is very shocking and surprising in some way. So let me get more. This is my last deck, like love deck, and then I'm going to pull from the erotic sex answer so we can get specific details regarding this intimate encounter in reverse. Okay, so it says stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, and that is in the reverse. So it doesn't, like, this is something that just feels unlikely, whether it's because it's a brand new connection and like if people are just shocked, like I didn't think you would date someone like that. Like again, it just feels like a different vibe. Some of you will start dating someone that people consider to be low vibrational soon. Like something about it will just be shocking. Some of you it's going to be shocking because people would be like, I did not expect pile 3 to do it again with that person, not gonna lie. But staying optimistic about your love life feels like something that was like, it was done over, whether for you or this person. Okay, again, this one pile specifically feels like a heavy circling back pile. Not gonna lie. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Right? So this is a person that will go for it, fully expecting to be rejected. Okay? Fully expecting you to say no. And some of you are here like, I absolutely would. If like if you're the person you're describing, I absolutely would. But for some reason, now you can do whatever you want. It's feeling like, I don't know what happened, but something happened and you said yes. You say yes. Let me pull one more. And I'll take the bottom. Yeah, okay, so here, calling in your soulmate, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I'm not gonna lie, it makes sense because that you're coming in with that brand new group of like trying something new, like, right? Like just going off a vibe, like, oh, such and such feels like a cool person. They're very different, right? Huge differences, possibly even cultural, but let me just see. And then you getting to know that person, right? And with matter of fact, with accountability and getting to know each other, I'm not gonna lie, pile 3, check yourself if that's not what you want. I heard let me just hear him out. That's what I heard. So if that's not your energy, I'm just making sure you know, like, I don't know, I just feel like I got that vibe. Let me just hear him out. So, and some kind of way y'all end up laid out. So listen, but finances and career, right? It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, and that is in reverse. So the reason in reverse, it feels like a lack of issues financially. So maybe somebody's got their finances together, somebody's got their career together, right? It just feels like somebody going for it, like money not being an issue anymore, jobs not being an issue anymore, regardless of whatever it was, security, stability, whatever it was, okay? So let me see. I'll take all of this. Satisfaction, hiding my intentions. Okay, so for sure it's going to be on the low. It's going to be sneaky because that's what these reversals are as well. Because I'm not going to lie, it's feeling like some of you are going to be a little embarrassed of this person. Whether it's because, and I say embarrassed, maybe that is the appropriate word for some of you, but the word is, it may be I don't really know what other word, but like embarrassed is strong. Like it's true for some of you because like something happened that you should not be dealing with this person, or the type of person this is, like the reputation they have, you should not even have tried it or will try it, but you're going to do it. You're going to live your life. But because you have hiding intentions and satisfaction. Like this is somebody, I'm not going to lie, the intimacy is going to be banging. You're going to be like, yes, yes, yes. It's wrong, but it's right. I don't know. And then, but I mentioned like the getting to know someone very discreetly because it's shocking. I don't even know what that means. That could mean a variety of things for a variety of people, okay? You do have dirty talk, so a lot of talking. Eyes closed, like so passionate that the eyes are closed, okay? Let me see, tell me more. Self-pleasure, so that exists. I don't think that this card has anything too bad, but let's just do that in case. So this will be someone that has been self-pleasuring to you, straight up, okay? And it makes sense because I mentioned the communication on the phone, right? Taking your time to get to know somebody, possible distance, and finally when they're getting their hands on you because there's been a lot of delays and blah, 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 like all of the things. Ooh. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna let you have that pile 3. I always say we don't judge here, and then I like do things like I giggle, but like I get it. Okay. When it comes to the brand news, let me just like this will be a spiritually awakening connection. The sex will be like it will awaken you spiritually and or this person. It will be deep. It will be intense, and it may not make sense to other people depending on what the differences are. But you two will match. You will work really well. Like I see this being a connection that you just getting, you know, wild kinky sex discreetly, and people see you happy and they don't know why. And then maybe in a year you show up with a partner right? That you've been with this whole time, and people are like, wow, I didn't even know pile 3 was seeing anybody. But like, wow, look at who pile 3 is with. And it's shocking for one reason or another. Okay. Those of you with those past influences and whatnot, like, it is a spiritual connection. It's a deeply spiritual connection, right? There's a lot of blockages there, but you've got law of attraction, spiritual awakening. It's like something's wrong. I say something's wrong. Maybe something is, but it's like you two cannot stay away from each other, even though, and I do see some instances where you probably should. Okay. But incoming energy of a spiritual connection. For those of you where it's, this is someone circling back. Okay. And with the law of attraction, a spiritual awakening, and a spiritual connection, I could very well see it being, I'm not gonna lie, I can see it being better this time. So to make you feel good, right? It's the truth. I do see whatever influences that we're not digging into historically, spiritual connection, law of attraction, spiritual awakening. Feels like things, especially if a lot of the influences on the connection, because my brand new people are stepping into a shocking connection, right? My past influences connections could also have been shocking couplings, right? And maybe there were a lot of external influences. We've got toxicity within a group, right? Not acceptance, the lack of acceptance, curses, bad intentions, hexes, because curses doesn't have to just be a magical sense. It could just be people speaking and wishing ill, hence the law of attraction. People praying for the downfall of a specific type of connection, right? And without all of those influences, I see, this person coming in discreetly. You saying, let me hear him out, whatever. I was not there. And then doing whatever you do. Let me pull this other card, and I'll take the bottom. Emotionally distant. That did try to come out. Let me get my last card. I'm not gonna lie, I do see, oh, that was the card. That is the card. Emotionally distant is the card, but it came out in a maturing sense. So if that's a thing, that won't be going forward. Now, I was gonna say, what was I about to say? Sorry, I got distracted with the card. Yeah, I mean, I think I was gonna say that I see you discreetly, like your next sexual encounter will be discreet, passionate, into yourself. Oh, making a game out of it, right? With dirty talk, like making a game out of the sneaking around. Because like, I feel like this is the pile with so much baggage. These are adults, full grown adults, and this is an 18+ reading. So, but I don't feel like this is early 20s. Like this has to be at least late 20s, just for the amount of stuff that I see here. But I'm not even gonna lie, this feels like my 30+ pile. There's a lot, because I see like kids and jobs and career and all of the stuff and moves and stuff, but I feel like this becomes a game of, oh, we're sneaking around, but we're grown and we don't have to kind of a vibe. So that's part of the kink and the sensual energy. Okay. So let me see what's at the bottom, and we'll close it out. Loving touch. Yeah. I mean, this person seems genuine. It will be passionate, sensual, pleasurable, all of the things, but it's more of, this isn't a one-night stand thing. This isn't a, this is either the beginning of a connection or reconnection or an extension. So, because ironically enough, I don't know that I've ever had a pile where my committed connections were the minority, but in this group, it feels like you are the minority. So if you pick this pile, it may be like a secondary pile where you're just confirming like, oh yeah, we're even more bonding, right? Because the only connections I see here are exes and people where it's like rocky and they probably broke up or should break up, you know what I mean? Whatever stuff, okay? So I'm gonna close it out here, and hopefully it resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 4. So my pink Popcicle, let's see your next sexual encounter. I want to leave with a disclaimer. Per YouTube guidelines, this is for informational, educational purposes only. So we'll keep it clean and we'll get as many details as we can, obviously in a user appropriate way. Now, your next sexual encounter will likely be like while you're going to be doing that instead of something else you're supposed to be doing. That's what I heard, because when I was resetting your deck, like the tarot, I paused right before starting reading, and I paused and I started thinking about something else that I need to do today. And it's like, ooh, like either it'll be you distracting this person distracting you, or just I don't know, like remembering somebody. I don't know. Like that was the most random energy to get for this type of reading. So let's look and see. Give me the details for my pile 4, my pink popsicle. Tell me about their next sexual encounter. So I'm not gonna lie, there's been a heavy energy throughout each of the piles, but I felt like that immediately went away when I tapped into this pink popsicle. So I love that for you. And then right as I felt that, Eight of Wands, it's coming in quickly. It's gonna happen very quickly, very soon. Okay, probably sooner than you're ready, because it's an energy of like fast communication, fast action. If you know my channel, you know that I often say when I'm doing personal readings and all things, when I see Eight of Wands, sometimes you will see action as quickly as the next day. So something will happen very, very soon that puts you in that position for your next sexual encounter, regardless of where you are. The only way that that's not happening is if you're a literal hermit that does not go outside at all. Right? Because I know some of you are going to be like, well, I'm single. I don't have anywhere I'm going or anything I'm doing. Well, you shouldn't be on the reading if you're not doing anything, right, for this energy you want, okay? And some of you are still going to shock you. Like it might be like popping up, somebody pop up on you, whatever it is. All I know is that this means action, okay? And I said that at 2 minutes and 22 seconds into your pile. All right, so tell me about my pile 4, my pink popsicle. Ooh. So this is the 10 of Pentacles. It's like a coupling, like it's like a family-based energy, like a couple going to their new home. It talks about some of you are moving in with your partner, right? Whether like, or it's moving just in general with your partner very, very quickly. Those of you in committed connections, this is community-based energy, so it could be very quickly. Those of you, especially if you're single, going to an event, whether it is like a family event or like a community event where you meet someone, right? That's what I'm getting very quickly, okay? You're almost there. 9 of Wands. This is a energy of a pause right before final push through. Like I've made it this far, I'm almost there. Some of you may be about to leave an event when you meet somebody, like literally on the way out. Some of you, this is an energy that you're in or have been in, kind of giving up, like, oh, it's been so long, like it's been a while since I've been intimate with anybody or just had a relationship overall. Like some of you are just like at that stage of kind of being fed up or will be at that point. And you'll like it'll happen. Like it'll happen. Some of you, it will be after a breakup of some long time. Like it's kind of like I say that because like I don't like to lead with breakup energy, but very quick energy related to a family. So some of you may be single abruptly, unfortunately, and then it's like, well, what now, right? Well, let's see what's now. Let's see what now. Justice. That's what's next. Because Libra energy, 7th house of relationships, of contracts. That is the card of marriage. So some of you will be maybe getting married soon, getting engaged. I mentioned moving in with a partner, but like I see what's quickly coming in for you is a connection that will be like a marriage with a family. Okay? That's what I'm getting. And whatever family means to you. It doesn't have to be children. It could be pets. It could be just community efforts. But that's what's coming in very quickly for you. And this 9 of Wands feels like someone where you've been putting in the work. You've been trying. You've been doing all of the things, especially as it relates to romantic connection. And maybe it just has not happened for you. Because I know this is about your next sexual encounter. But this feels more than that. Like it's coming quickly. But it's more than that, right? 10 of Pentacles and a Justice feels like a relationship. A marriage, okay? All right, so let me pull from this astrology-based oracle. Tell me about my pink popsicle, please. Next, intimate energy. I'll take the ones that are up, right? I mean, that are face up, and then we'll take the bottom. So you've got air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. That actually is interesting that you have that, because we talk about things coming in quickly. Air is very quickly. That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius based energy. We do have Libra on the table twice, so it could be your placements or the person that is incoming's placements. I mentioned things happening very quickly. If you are watching this real time, right, anytime, it doesn't matter, it still will resonate. But if you're watching this real time, right, I do have the card that is Virgo, and it is currently Virgo season, and you have Libra twice, so Libra follows Virgo season, so that will be from now through like parts of like October. Okay, so that could be a relevant timeline if you're watching it real time. But it talks about being open-minded and objective and learning. And I think I mentioned having to leave the home for some of you. And that may be what it is. Like those of you that are not like living your life, do that. I'm telling you, and be open-minded, and that you'll see movement, okay? But you do have Virgo, which is integrity, reverence, and service. So it could be during community service, right? It could be community service where you encounter this person, or after that, or whatever. Because I'm getting a fresh energy for this pile. Okay, not saying, again, even those committed, it's like, okay, you're moving in together, you're getting engaged, you're getting married very quickly, right? That's the only energy if you're in a committed connection. If you're in a committed connection and you know you're not about to do any of those things, I'm not gonna lie, pick another pile, or it could quickly be ending and you don't realize. Like I'm a very honest reader. Because I'm telling you, that Nine of Wands is a what now energy. Okay. So yeah. But yeah, we've got acts of service, day-to-day routines. Honestly, this is just saying you're going to be having a very active sex life pretty soon. Okay, Power 4, this is very interesting reading, because it says, don't worry about your next sexual encounter. You have a connection coming in. You're going to be very sexually active regularly soon. That's the message. That is truly the message with this routine-based energy. Okay? All right. Well, I was going to take another one, but Sagittarius is optimism, exploration, and freedom. Ruled by the planet Jupiter, it talks about expansion. Okay? It talks about fortune and luck. Okay, that's the 9th house of evolution and travel, right? Someone you travel with, someone that you learn with, that you grow with, you connect with, live day to day with. Beautiful energy, because I told you when I stepped into it, it was immediately refreshing. Like an immediately refreshing feeling came over me when I stepped into this pile and started to read it. And like I don't feel all this I don't feel baggage or anything. Okay. It will be a slow connection. It'll be something you grow with over time, right? It will come in hot, but it'll be like a long-term thing. Tell me more about my pink popsicle, please. Tell me about the next sexual encounter. Ooh, I almost like broke this card, student. Okay, so the sexual encounter specifically is gonna be, and look at this, involving learning, studying something, because I almost ruined this deck and it's like they don't make it anymore. Learning, classes, college, observant, listening, study. You've got that here in the Sagittarius space energy. You've got air sign energy too, as well as Virgo, which both Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury, which are communication. Okay, so something regarding studying, listening, learning. Maturing energy of the desert. Yeah, definitely learning. You got clarity, honesty, survival, wisdom, and self-discovery. So whether it's you discovering yourself, this person discovering themselves, like it's an awareness. It could be both, like you wrote, like you meet somewhere where you're on learning, growing, evolving together, like a retreat or course, or again, community endeavors, like, you know, could be a spiritual retreat, could literally be like church or something like that, depending on your religion. Tell me more about my pink popsicle, please. Their next sexual encounter. told you it's going to happen very quickly, so quickly that it may be surprising, because you've got abstract, unpredictable art, multifaceted, and museums. Again, could be community, could be museums, could be art based. And then you have would you accept? Apology, romantic gestures, offers, higher commitment. Like someone may ask you on a date to a museum, to something artistic, to creative, or just like something like cultural, like a different culture, studying something, all of those types of things. Like think ninth house based energy, or to travel. Someone may ask you to travel. You may meet someone while traveling. Interesting energy coming through. At the bottom, you have Oshun, sensuality, self-love, beauty, water, fertility. You're going to be feeling great, looking great, thriving, regardless of gender. Because I say that because you'll have options, right? Would you accept like an offering to Oshun? Like in this instance, regardless of gender, you are Oshun because the would you accept into that card, right? Like you're going to have someone really wanting to pursue you unexpectedly, honestly, probably while you're just focused on yourself, because you do have that what now energy of that Nine of Wands, of like what next, what do I do now? Okay, focus on me. Well, let me learn something, study something, community endeavors, all of the things. And while you're doing that, you'll unexpectedly find someone of interest. Okay, and it'll be great, beautiful, lovingly passionate sex. All right. Your reading is not going to be very long. I've already got 2 more decks before that Sex Answers Erotic Sex Oracle. I said that 11 minutes and 55 seconds. So the energy just so clean and pure here. Like, I love this for you. So let me see. Tell me more about my pink popsicle, please. Patience. I'm not going to take those. But patience is a thing. I'll pull another one. Why the rush? There's no need to rush divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. It's funny because this patience talks about when you were rushing, pushing, and finally when you were like, well, it is what it is. What now? That energy, that shift in energy seems to be propelling and accelerating it. Like you went from, some of you were chasing like love, romance, and intimacy, and then it didn't work, and you were like, okay, well, it is what it is. And then you stopped, and then boom, you meet literally like a soulmate. Okay, just because you are vibrating from this energy of this justice, Oshun energy of aligning with your desires and your goals and your dreams, right? Your passions, because Sagittarius is very passionate energy. So studying and learning all the things you want to do, experiencing all of the things that you want to, like being aligned with joy, pleasure, and self-satisfaction is literally key to attracting that, okay? So let me see. I'll pull 2 more just to keep it clean on the table. And I'll take the bottom. All 3 of these instead. They were calling me, so I don't want to like overlook them. You've got children. Children are a significant factor in your love life. This may signify the desire of them or someone's inner child needing attention. But this is you flourishing and tending to your inner child. But it also talks about someone that you may have children with, if that's something you desire. There's a lot of school teaching and student-based energy. Some of you, if you are a teacher, it may be a parent of one of your students. Others of you, if you just have children and you're often around the school and places where children frequent, you'll meet another parent or a teacher or someone that works with children, especially if you do as well. Okay. Especially if you do community service-based things with children, very specific circumstances. This is where you'll know this person from. Look at that. Sexual healing. I love that came through. It says sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. So my experienced couples will be having sex to plan a family at some point. That's not for all of you, but I got that. I will say, I love that this card came out for this reading, especially since this was like the most positive pile, right? But it just talks about when you are intimate with this person, it will be fun. It will make you feel younger, especially if you're like more experienced individuals. It'll make you feel like younger. Like I'm hearing like for the first time, all of the things, like, right? Like you'll feel a lot younger and more youthful and more patient with yourself. Like I feel like some of you like this, like the next time you have sex will make you become a more relaxed person. So I don't know why, but that's a thing, okay? But you've got enchanted love, a sacred bond that is divinely guided and harmonious. Yeah, that's what you've got coming. At the bottom, you've got security. What is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. Okay? Very secure and stable connection. Now, those of you that are already in connections asking, like that's more secure. It talks about me talking about that next stage, whether it's moving in together or getting engaged, getting married. If that does not happen, then unfortunately you may be on this side where it kind of ends because karmic contract's over. And then I forgot that wild card. That is unexpected energy. So it could be unexpected ending to something, and then you're like, what now? You go out, you find yourself, you live your life, and then you connect with someone else where it is stable, it's grounded, it's for you, it's truly where you're meant to be. Okay? Interesting energy. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm very surprised by this energy, but like it's still positive, even if the that side that I just talked about. Tell me more about my pink popsicle, please. You deserve love. You are lovable. So what will happen is this, because I will say that this energy is concerning for those of you where it may be a bit of a surprising ending to something, especially if it's long term. But you are lovable. You deserve love. And what you're currently experiencing, if you're not feeling this high vibe, peaceful, like if it's not feeling high vibe, peaceful, relaxed right now, and I'm not talking about like those of you in transition, right? Like if you're like actively moving or whatever, like the stress of life, but like if the connection is stressful or heavy, it's in this pile. It's not meant to be like that. Like it's not meant to feel like that consistently, right? I'm not talking about life happening, but I'm saying like you deserve to be happy and loved, right? Not in chaos, okay? Because with Oshun coming up, it talks about someone needing to be feeling self-love because whatever history has not fueled that. Okay, so let me get 1 to 2 more. We'll take the bottom and I'll get that intimate energy. You have new love. Yeah. See, what did I say? It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So that is confirmation. Okay. For those of you where you kind of already know, you can feel it. Let me get one more. Ooh, okay. It's still a high vibe pile, but those of you, because some of you, this high vibe energy is coming in after an ending, right? And you may still be in that transition because I do read past, present, and incoming energies. You're all at different stages of it. Children here is in reverse. Your love life is being affected by children. A telltale sign is a lack of being on the same page regarding children. If you want children, they don't want you. Like if you're not on the same page about that, it's truly just, it's not realistic. Okay, that's not realistic because someone will be settling. Whether it's someone having children they don't want, which don't do that, or someone letting go their desire for a family to be with a partner that they think they want. Like your partner for you wants those same things. Those are what I consider to be the non-compromising aspects of a connection. Okay, so if you've not had that conversation, have that conversation so you can get the clarity you need, because this is in reverse. Especially if you're on the side where you don't want children and this person has them already, or vice versa, flip it. The new love will be more in alignment with you. Okay? Like this new person won't have children if that's not what you want. Okay? This new person may have children if you would like children but don't want to physically have them. I heard that for some. Okay? But this is all incoming energy of trust, and this could be the one. So I'm getting that for your pile. Like this new person coming in could be the one if you just trust and have faith. Because potentially, depending on where you are in this pile, there's a codependency that needs to be healed. And those of you where the connection's ending, it's not love, it's codependency. You're codependent on one another, and it's not That's not love, right? And that's not healthy. And that's why this wild card is shaking, and that ending and the what now is going to happen if it's not current, to release that. Okay. So this new love is going to be banging though. Okay. I promise. Especially if you have a history with people that are either younger or just immature mentally, just not on the same page with you maturity wise and connections, this new person won't be in that immature energy. Okay. So let me get to the gritty of your next sexual encounter. What do we need to tell me the gritty about the sexual encounter? Incoming, maturing, what's that? Testing your limits. This will be someone, for whatever reason, I'm hearing this will be someone more experienced than you. Take that how, for better, for worse. This will be someone that really kind of like tests you intimately. And they want to explore. Now, with all of this energy, you'll love it. I promise, okay? Yeah. Maturing energy of love, of making love. So, yeah, testing your limits. You may be tired because this person's going to want to have their hands on you all the time. Like going until you can't anymore kind of energy. Taking the initiative. That's a very interesting energy. This person may be a bit shy at first, but once they get going, they'll be going. Some of you may have to initiate the sex with this person, depending on the personality type. Sensual, very sensual energy coming through. I want two more. Expectations. And emotionally distant and waiting for you to come. Okay, so this is not, okay, this is going to be a person that's not very expressive during sex. They won't be loud. They may not be a talker. Taking the initiative, they may be a little quiet. Testing your limits, they're very active though, right? They're very active. They're very physical during sex. They don't say much, and they don't express much. But they will take their time and make sure that you finish, okay? Playful. Very playful, right? Very physical, handsy. This is a handsy person, right? This person likes to fixate on the chest area regardless of gender. They like the chest area, okay? But again, not very vocal, very active. And possibly even slow moving to initiate sex. So it's like once they get going, they're going. But slow to get going, if that makes sense in some instances. All right, so that is all I have for you today, Pile 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 5. If you selected the green popsicle, then this is your reading. And I feel like things are so clear right now. Like I feel like you can hear me clearly. Like I feel like I sound a lot clearer than I have, which makes no sense because if anything, I should be practically losing my voice. So something is going to be very, very clear. This person's going to be clear. I don't know. Like I'm excited for the pile for you, but I do want to leave with this disclaimer. Per YouTube guidelines, this is for informational, educational purposes only. We'll get the details, as many as we can, regarding the situation, person, everything leading up to it, past, present, and coming, however it comes out. And I'll do my best to describe the energy. Obviously, I'm just going to mind my language and such. So let's get into it. Pile 5. All right. Planning. All right. It's not going to just be, it's going to be clear. I mentioned clarity. It's going to be clear. First card, I reset, so I felt comfortable taking it because it's just a clean reset, but planning. So very clear, someone that is planning something, planning to see you, planning a date, planning the interaction that leads to your next sexual encounter. So tell me more about my pile 5, my green popsicle. What's going on with their planning? What is that? It's a spinning around. 7 of Wands, very active energy. Okay. This is someone that may have to compete for your attention. Whether we are talking about you just having other people that are interested in you romantically, or if you're just really busy, right? Planning, constantly planning, distracted, got other things going on. This is someone that really is gonna make it a conscious effort to fight for your attention. And again, it's always a polarity. So this may be someone whose attention you have to fight for, okay? Depending on your situation. But it's a lot of fire, it's a lot of passion, right? Lots of activity. All right. There's an indecisive energy here slipping through, but maybe this is someone that's not sure about you or that you're not sure about, because again, someone here is fighting for someone's attention. We do have the God of Cups on the table. Okay? Maybe you're the God of Cups. Maybe this is the God of Cups. It's not gender specific, but that is water sign energy. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It just feels like someone competing for like attention, right? Like, I have this affection. I have this cup I want to offer you. I'm going to keep offering it to you until you take it, kind of a vibe. Someone that's very persistent. At the bottom, yeah, exactly, Six of Wands. So whoever this person is, it's gonna feel like a win. Not necessarily in like a toxic conquest energy, but just in a, yes, Power 5 gave me, you know, their time of day. I think it's actually funny. This happened in a different pile, but you have the green Popcicle and this, she's in a green outfit. So green may be a relevant color. So, you know, your next sexual encounter is with someone that sees you as a prize, as a victory. Like, yes, that is my person. Power 5. Again, it doesn't matter. You could be your current partner, or it could be someone incoming, because variety of connections, right? But it just feels like someone that's like, yeah, I'm like, I fought for Power 5 and I won, and nobody's touching me. Like, that's the energy. It's so cute. But that's the person, someone that feels like they won and is really excited to be able to say that you're with them, whether it's on like a first date, second date, or if it's like truly like a connection, like you two walk around often because you're in an established commitment. This one person is so happy to be out and about walking around with you. Okay. All right. Tell me more about my green Popcicle. All right. We'll take those two in the bottom. Square, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Again, yeah, challenge accepted. Like someone that feels like you are a challenge. You're not, like, you know, like they had to fight for you. You have the South Node, destined to release. Oh, okay. Especially if this is an ex, right? Especially if this is an ex, because, and I say ex, but it doesn't mean they're ex at the time of this happening. It feels like someone with a history with South Node. So whatever past energy or influences, this person's like, yeah, I finally got Power 5 back, blah, 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 blah. It was difficult, but look at me. I'm the Six of Wands. I'm getting recognition. Because the traditional depiction of the Six of Wands is a parade after a victory, right? Like, I won that, right? So that's the energy. And those of you where it's not an X, like I just got that came through heavy for some of you. But if it's not, it just feels like someone is like, I wanted Pile 5 for a really long time, right? South Node, it's a past energy. It means someone that wanted you for a while, okay? Before you actually gave them the time of day. And again, it could have been an opposite energy. I'm just reading it that way because that's what it looks like, okay? It's at the bottom. Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, freedom. Exactly. Sagittarius talks about travel. Okay, it talks about learning, growing, evolving. So whether that's together or as an individual. So again, those of you where we're talking about past influences, the Sagittarius is like, yeah, I grew, I became a better person. Like, you know, Power 5 made me step it up, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the energy. Like, I'm learning so much. I'm learning a lot. Like, I've, you know, grown as a mature adult. I don't know, all of the things. That's just, I'm just getting big learning vibes from this pile. And that's hilarious to me. Some of you, this person's like, yep, Power 5 made me travel and all of the things, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to work for it. And then with the South Node is like, but yeah, I'm comfortable now. Like, Power 5, sorry, is like, very comforting to me, because South Node is what you're comfortable, what you're naturally gifted at, and all of the things. All right. I don't even know why I'm like narrating this person's stuff, because that's not how I did any of the other piles, but that's funny. So let me see what I get. Tell me more about my pile 5. Tell me about their next sexual encounter. Some of you are gonna travel to see an old flame. I see it with the South Node and that Sagittarius. We've got religious, faith, vows, church, practice, holy worship, sacred, commitment, right? This is someone that like will be committed to you, but will be committed to the game. Like they will have to like work. I don't know what happened or why you're like obviously if it's an ex, there's baggage, but if this isn't an ex, this is just someone that it doesn't seem like you're very engaged with initially. Like it takes time. Like you're just like, I'm not worried about it. Some of you, it's just you're busy, you're working with the planning and the religious, like you're in your routine, and your routine doesn't leave space for like engaging someone romantically. I could see that. You do have alien, unique, misunderstood, unknowns, mystery, intriguing. Some of you, this person is just not your usual type. So that's the thing. You do have gold digger, transactional relationships, superficial love, materialistic. You're chasing your bag. They're, like, you know what I mean? Like you're focused on your money. Okay? Like you're focused on your stuff. Okay? Some of you, when this person expressed interest, you weren't looking for anything serious. Like transactional, right? Some of you may think that this person is interested in you for all the wrong reasons, so that turned you off. Because it does feel like a prize, and not a this. This person's like, yeah, you're a prize, blah blah blah. I do see that. Okay. Yeah, I definitely see, especially with some of you, this person sees like they weren't really that worried about you because they kind of got vibes from you with the misunderstood gold digger. Like they may think, again, you're interested in them for all the wrong reasons. If you're on that side, I say that because polarity, right? But I think a lot of you here, you were like, this person's really superficial. Or like this person's like, you know what I mean? Like worried about the wrong thing. And if it's not that, you just, you weren't looking for anything serious, right? So that's why you swerved this person if you did, as long as you had. That's what I got. So let's see. Immaturity, childish, defensive, foolish, juvenile. So again, it's always a polarity. This could be you, this could be them. This could be just you, just not ready, not looking for a commitment, because I do see working, like focus on yourself and your stuff. Or you just not being interested in this person because you saw them as immature. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe for this pile, but this, again, this is a long game. This is someone that when it happens, and some of you are like probably dating this person now. You're like, yeah, that is exactly how I felt about this person originally, which is why it's funny. But just something happened. I don't know what happened, but the person got you, or you got them, and or will, at least intimately, because that's your next sexual, the person you're going to have your next sexual encounter with. Some of you, it will be during some like fun, childlike stuff, right? Like the date will be like something like video games or like the arcade or something like that, I'm getting. Because the South Node feels like childhood as well. So like this person may bring out your inner child. Like you may be a little stuffy, and this person like brings out your inner child and makes you loosen up a little bit. So let me pull. Tell me more. Tell me about my pile 5, my green popsicle. Tell me about their next sexual encounter. I'm going to do something chaotic and take all 6 of these. I normally, like, when that would happen, I would like be like, I would fuss and say, oh my gosh, all these cards on the table, but they fell in stacks of 3s. So I'm curious to see what they are. And I have stacks of 3s. So you have devotion, A dedicated partner whose love is unconditional and eternal. Yeah, this person's committed. They are invested, right? With religious. And then you've got security. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. This is someone that's like, I'm not going anywhere, right? Like I said, if you don't know anyone like that now, that's what's incoming. So however long it takes is up to you, right? As always, everything is free will, but it's a vibe. Enjoy the good vibes and energy with this person because they are like no other. So someone with really good vibes. Some of you, the whole reason why you're like swerving this person or they have the challenge is you have a history of untrustworthy people. I say that because it feels like the misunderstood energy is you mistaking this person's energy or misreading it, and the defensive energy, right? Because Seven of Wands is also defensive. You being very defensive. It's like you have a history of people that may be this gold digger energy, like people that are interested in you for all the wrong reasons, whether we're talking about, you know, transactional relationships, superficial, or just casual things. You know what I mean? Like it depends on your past, but it feels like your past with the South Node, right? A challenging situation destined to release, like baggage, past baggage blocking you from this person. Okay? So be cognizant of that. Okay? Because that's what I'm kind of seeing, kind of being a bit of a barrier. Ooh, I must be talking too much because I started to get a little bit hoarse when I said that. So some of you I'm like telling too much truth and you don't like it, but it's fine. But we do have patience. This is why the rush. There's no need to rush divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. It'll be as long as you make it, but I feel like when this person comes in, if they are not around already, this will be a very patient, very committed, very religious in the sense of routine-based person. You do have listen and reflect, a very good listener. Like this is a person that listens, right? Like, you know how you have the people that listen to react, they listen to comprehend and to understand. Okay. But it says sometimes what a person needs is not a wise mind that speaks, but a patient heart that listens. There's that word patience again, right? Inner fears. As you face your inner fears, you recognize what is holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. What did I say? Also, I feel like this is a strong silent type. Okay? This is going to be a strong silent type. Laughter. The laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no code could ever. This person's going to be fun though. Very, very fun. Very, very. This person will make you laugh. Something about this person's laugh may be infectious. Like this person laughs and they like to laugh. They're very playful. Still strong silent, but there's that fun edge to them, okay? So let me pull from this other deck, and then we'll close it out with that erotic sex answers oracle. I'm telling you, your cards are not playing. These are all reset. I cleansed them and all that before, so we'll take it. It says trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. This person may be religious in some way. Doesn't have I'm not labeling a specific religion, but this person may be religious. If not, they're definitely a routine and structure-based person. They're a planner, okay? But you have, keep an open mind. Your soulmate will differ from your usual type and expectations. I mean, that is here. Yep, that is here. And I'm going to take one more because of the way I naturally place them. Give me my last card, please. Interesting. That's a very interesting thing that just happened. Ironically enough, your reading, I'm going to pull another one because, let me tell you why. Some of you have a specific person in mind, but it might not be that person. Some of you, I mentioned options. Some of you have options, okay? Some of you have options, and be mindful. And this is not gender specific at all, I promise. Because like people hear this energy and they immediately think that I'm speaking to like a masculine or someone that is male, but that's not necessarily the case. And I know for a fact, like I do personal readings, and all of the feminines or women on that book, personal readings, have very, very successful careers. Like, I'm very proud of all of you. Great job. But like, very successful careers. So some of you of your options, especially as I'm talking about somebody that you weren't interested in, some of you have already tried that, and that's the issue. Or you have someone in your energy you're trying that with now. So like, you're trying, okay, let me just be open-minded and blah 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 blah. Well, you might be ignoring red flags. Like, you have someone that's different, right, with keeping open mind, and they may be around for transactional reasons. Okay, because South Node is past or current energy. It's not forward movement. Okay, it's past or current energy. It's comfortable energy. It's so comfortable would be where you are now. So something you're comfortable with, someone you were comfortable with, even though you may think you're having an open mind, it's something you're comfortable with this soulmate reverse, right? Because the card upright says, yes, this is your soulmate. In reverse, it says, no, that is not. So I don't know what you're doing, who you're doing it with. But some of you, your next sexual encounter is obviously with a partner you have, but that's not, like, you're getting confirmation that that's not the person, because you do have the immaturity here, okay? And the gold digger, right? And the mystery unknown with the alien. So you got alien, you got gold digger, immaturity. Someone that's committed to staying with you, probably for security reasons, right? That's why you're getting the be patient and listen and reflect energy. They may be fun, but like, the intentions aren't pure, okay? And I say that because, like, you have destined to release, and that soulmate reverse fell on that. Like, that, it might be good for a fun time, but not a long time, because the red flags are there, okay? Let me pull one more. And some of you, because of this past energy, that may be the past baggage blocking you from, because you may see similarities in this new person from that, if that's your past. Some of you, I'm bringing it up like that because it may be present energy, and I don't want you to, if I see something, I'm going to say something, okay? See something, say something, okay? I don't even know why that phrase is relevant, but it could be like work related or something, because where does that phrase come from? Tell me in the comments whether, I don't even remember, like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, that see something, say something. That's a thing. That's a relevant phrase to whatever this is, okay? But let me get one more. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So yeah, let that old thing go. And I mean that in a peep the red flags if it's present, but like, if it's history, like, don't bring that old baggage into like new situations, because like, you could be delaying your progression in a connection just because, whatever happened, okay? I want to move this into frame. There we go. All right. All right. And I know I left that all ominous. That's why I keep pausing. I guess that is the answer though. So those of you, like, if you came in with like a specific connection in mind, and I'm not talking about where you're stable, healthy, and all of the things, right? Because some of you are stable, healthy, and all of the things, but like, there's a red flag, and you'll know if it's yours, right? You'll know if this person is like immature and like wanting to be with you for the wrong reasons. You'll very clearly see that if you pay attention. Because like I said, y'all booked the personal readings. You're all very successful. Love that for you. Very impressed. I feel good. Like, side note, that makes me feel good as a reader, because it lets me know, like, because I mean, y'all don't know me in real life, but I'm doing well. So I like to see that I'm attracting women you know, feminines, all people actually that are doing well on that sense as well. So yeah, that's just a nice little side note. But the new love, right, is good. Okay, tell me the actual next sexual encounter. What's that gonna be like for my pile fives? Ooh, blindfolded, eyes closed, not, might be in the dark, might be at night, but it says surrender. It feels very, very relaxed. The energy is very relaxed, okay? I heard blow off some steam. I'm not even gonna lie. So give me more energy. Tell me about Pie Five's next sexual encounter, please. Spiritual connection. Spiritual connection. Some of you, with that situation I mentioned where there's someone around you that, or like of your options, because I do feel like a lot of you have like at least three. Not that you're actively engaging all of those options, but you, if you're single, you have options. The one that's all up in your stuff, once you let that go, because I see some of you, because it's so many scenarios coming through. Some of you, you will be with that person and it'll make you realize, oh, that's not it. I don't even know why. Because I see you surrendering to a spiritual connection. So like, I don't know if you realize the superficial energy there, if that's where you're at, and then you're like, nah, it's time to let that go, and then you move on to whatever other options you have available to you, or meet someone new, right? And then you engage and you realize that it is what you have. Others of you, you'll release that past baggage with intimacy with this new person. Like if what I described is someone like, you know, from the past, and you're just holding on to that, this new love, when you're intimate with this new person, like you'll surrender to the connection. It'll awaken you to the fact that, oh, I really am invested in this person. Wow, right? What's that? Try new things. See? Try new things. And there's a hesitation with that. There's a hesitation with that. So you do have desire. And you have be free, get from me. So love that passionate, kinky sex for you. You get one more. Take the bottom. There we go. What I said. Okay. What did I say? So some of you, it will be with that person, but you'll realize that's not it, because you're the one I want in reverse. So some of you, your next sexual encounter, not because it's not good, but something will be missing on an emotional level. Like you'll realize that you've kind of been lying to yourself about what it is. Or if you're not, because some of you, it's like this person, this energy is casual. It is casual. Oh, okay. So here's my thing though. Just make sure that in that sense, if this is someone that was like doing a thing, right, where you are like a prize and they feel like they got you, and it's casual, you make sure you make that very clear, okay? Because I do see you having the experience after someone like of your options, and then this person, you know, is intimate with you and they may be invested in you not, and you realize like that's not even what you want at all. You do have let's do it in public, which is an incoming energy. Could be in public, or could be this person wanting to be in public. I mentioned that with the Six of Wands, and that's not your energy, or it could be vice versa. Just watch that. Because I see kind of you realizing you want something deeper. And I got a lot of energy that mentioned something not being deep, whether that is a past energy and you kind of like projecting that onto a new person, or if it's truly the person you have around now and you have other options that you're like, maybe I'll explore those ones instead because I'm looking for something much deeper and this isn't it. Y'all have a lot going on. When y'all come to these readings, y'all just like bring everything with it. You have fetish. Oh, okay. So I don't want to do this. How much time do I have? Okay. So some of you, this person, I'm not judging. I'm just making sure you know. And if it's you, you know. But we have this fetish energy and we have, where are all these cards? I just have so many cards on the table. Where, what is the other one that I had? So I have fetish here, but I also have, there it is. Keep an open mind. I'll move this here so we can see. And then we have alien. So we've got keep an open mind, usual type, alien, which is different, unique, and the fetish. Some of you, like I said, if it's casual and you're just trying something new, you even have try new things. Some of you, this person, or some of you wanted to try something new, right? You want to try something new and it was a bit of a fetish, right? And it's not what you actually want. You just want to try something new. I'm not trying to like downplay it like it doesn't matter. That's kind of wrong. That's wrong, okay? Could be you. If it's not, be cognizant of other people, like of all of your options. Just be super vigilant in your options, because in your options, it looks like your next sexual experience could be, and the fetish doesn't have to be a negative. I'm just bringing up that could be it, okay? Remember, everything that I say is a polarity. It's one energy versus the other. Doesn't mean that it's always you on one side or them on the other side. It could be either way, but there is a fetishizing energy here. And the fetish doesn't necessarily have to be a literal fetish. It could truly just be that superficial energy, right? Because we do also have that gold digger energy, okay? All right, so when it comes to your next sexual experience though, even like if everyone's consenting and it's mutual and whatever it is, it's like this is my kinky pile. That's why the shadow side came out of, oh, it might be just trying something new for some people or whatever, or casual, and like just making sure you're on the same page. Because that's literally everything I say is making sure everybody's on the same page, okay? But I think this is a power. I mentioned it being very, very clear. So you'll be very, very clear where you fall. But fetish could also be that wild, kinky, passionate sex where you're blindfolded and tied up and all of the things, suspended in air, leather, lace, all of the stuff, right? Yeah, that's pretty much, you know, in public, don't get caught and go to jail, you know. Undress slowly, could be a little bit of a dress up, that could be the kink, that could be the fetish, the costuming. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have for you today, Pile 5. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.